What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Val Opinion Platform.
And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
Testing, testing, testing. Blessing to you, evening to your nephew. Grace and peace to every single one of you in the chat. Blessing to you and your family. Let's continue to stay prayed up and stay focused. Blessing to everyone in the chat. Blessings and greetings. I'm still at work currently right now, so I'm gonna have to be dipping in and out.
Among our major arguments have been the fact that there were multiple prosecution witnesses who gave inconsistent statements that kept changing, and that some of these clearly had no case against the R&B king, but were nevertheless brought to trial. Their purpose was to further depict R.Kelly as the predator that was alleged to be. Another major concern was that R.Kelly's trial was completely prejudicial, and the judgment was made along assumptions that R.Kelly was a bad person, with no substantial evidence to prove a case against him. In this particular case, the Supreme Court jurors are completely unhappy to note that a judgment was made along similar prejudicial lines, making us confident that the Supreme Court will find it easy to rule out the current judgment. Once this has been overturned, R.Kelly will surely be a free man again. Take a look.
The rationale for introducing the testimony of the three uncharged victims.
The testimony of Young, Dunning, and Wolf, as Justice Burke found, was directly probative of defendant's state of mind.
Why wasn't that accomplished with the three women who were complainants? I mean, that for me is the problem. You already have three women who give you three different types of stories of the horrors they allege they experienced with him. I think you've covered that. So to pile on with three uncharged complainants, three uncharged victims, is leaning really close to that propensity line.
It was relevant to defendant's intent. As Your Honor pointed out, intent was hotly contested below.
I don't understand how that wasn't established through Mann.
Because
we had a 5-year relationship with him after the assault.
Because Mann's allegations were not so unambiguous that there would have been no doubt in a juror's mind that defendant intended the forcible element of the first-degree rape. Again, when Justice Burke...
You're saying that you wanted to prove what he did with Mann by introducing the testimony of those other three women.
No, certainly not. Mann's allegations would have established, if believed, would have established the elements of the offense.
Where the women were of the uncharged crimes were not the victims for which were being prosecuted, though. Where was the balancing that's supposed to go on in Molyneux? This was incredibly prejudicial testimony, no?
Well, no, respectfully, Your Honor, it wasn't prejudicial for two reasons. One, the court gave extensive limiting instructions. 3 times the court explained to the jury...
The fact that there's instructions doesn't mean it's not prejudicial.
But here we know it wasn't.
I'm charged with 3 rapes. And here come 3 other women who claim I did the same thing to them, but I'm not being charged with that. That's prejudicial.
Well, it's not prejudicial.
So the question is, does that prejudice, is that outweighed by some probative value that supersedes that?
Respectfully, Your Honor, it wasn't prejudicial here, and we know that.
Opposing counsel referred to the Molyneux rulings in this case as unprecedented. What cases do you rely on under New York law that actually constitute precedent for the court's rulings in this case on the Molyneux issues?
Well, parsing the Molyneux evidence, no one would quibble with the admissibility of the uncharged offenses as to Mann. Ample case law, which we...
I'm talking about the other 3 women.
Right. As to Young, Dunning, and Wolf, again, I think Vargas is a perfect illustration of precisely why we were permitted to put forth the evidence here. It's well understood that Molyneux evidence can shed light on the defendant's state of mind and intent.
So you're really arguing that this was not overkill? I mean, there were certain items in the Sandoval that I thought, okay, that's fair game. If you, after being fired, ask an employee at the company to take computers and delete stuff, that's fair game. But some of this other stuff, let's inflame the jury's heart by telling them that he beat up his brother during a meeting. I don't see how there is a balance there on that.
Well, threatening behavior, again, goes directly to demonstrating his ability to put his own self-interest at the expense of others, and that goes to the heart of honesty and integrity. The fact that there were many of these acts only indicated how defendant chose to live his life.
Yes, and counsel, you know what? There are trials every day where we have defendants who have a rap sheet a mile long. A mile long. They'll have 20 felony convictions on their rap sheet. And I see no judge say, go ahead, go to town on all of them, because they don't let you go into the facts. They usually just let 1 or 2 in. I mean, there is a balance.
But looking at what was let in relation to its impact on whether the jury could otherwise decide the case, not based on the fact that this is just a horrible person. That's really the balance, not what was let out.
That's correct, and perhaps if this involved a case that had 100 or 150 allegations, it would present a different scenario.
30 non-convicted, and they're not convictions, not one of them, acts. That's balanced?
Well, as you point out, the fact that they're not convictions, that they're just bad acts, if anything, makes them less prejudicial. But the fact that there were so many is only indicative of how defendants...
When I woke up in the
Yo, boy, that sound familiar, don't that sound very familiar? Didn't all the bad act witnesses? Don't that sound familiar to y'all?
Yeah. No.
But we just introduced the world is being what's up, lavish lady? Like I say, I want to send my condolences out to blessings and my prayers out to Jamie Foxx and his family. Jamie Foxx has been hospitalized over the last week or so, dealing with some complications. I'm not too in depth with what's going on. I know I seen it one day, and I'm like, well, I'm thinking it's maybe a movie or something coming out, or something dealing with something of that nature. Then I seen it again another day, and I'm like, wow, I'm trying to see. Then it popped up again today. I'm like, man, let me read this, and it's talking about Jamie Foxx being hospitalized. It's amazing how something, with Jamie Foxx being the type of celebrity he is, he's not getting the type of airplay from TMZ and all these different news media outlets. Like, let it would have been involved in a scandal. It would have been all everywhere. Jamie Foxx caught cheating. Jamie Foxx seen with it. They would have had all type of headlines across social media about Jamie Foxx and what he had going on in his personal life. But the man is sick right now. He needs prayers from us and people all over the world. And let's continue to send those prayers up for Jamie Foxx, Bun Jean, our brother Kells, and anyone else out there in the world that's going through hard times or trying times, sick, illness, feeling like giving up. Just hold on. Hold on.
Just hold on.
Yeah. Hold on. That's all we got to do in that regard. I got Uncle Muse on here with me. I got my brother Deem on here with me. I got Jeff in here with me, and I named this title R.Kelly updates on the move, also brief and open panel discussion, right? So with the briefing being I'm gonna give my little quick spiel, and we gonna hop right into it. We're gonna hop right into it, because we all gas, no brakes over here. So just hearing the brief and some of the stuff that was put into the brief, for people like us, especially the guys that's on this panel, some of the ladies and guys that's in the chat, none of this is a surprise to us. None of this is a surprise to us. This is everything that we've been saying, everything that we've been preaching, or they say regurgitating, repeating, whatever they want, however they want to put it, and they try to say we was crazy, or we super fans, or we pedo lovers. X, Y, and Z. But now, guess what? See the way God worked. See, God will spin that block back. He'll spin the block back. You know what I'm saying? And he one deep. He'll spin the block back one deep. He don't care how many of y'all standing on that corner with bangers in y'all hands. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
To hear,
What
to see this paperwork
what up, Vi?
and
What
the
up,
detail in this
What up,
paperwork.
JP?
And when you think about what everybody from the other side, what have they been telling us since the inception of this case? Read the transcript. It's in the transcript. They brag heavily about these transcripts. Transcript. Now, Jennifer Bunjean, methodically, she read the transcripts and she went through it with a fine-tooth comb. I mean, when no stone go unturned, no stone went unturned. Nothing. But you know what? I'm gonna yield back, man, because like I said, I didn't have too much to say because I already knew. We already knew what was coming. The other people just didn't want to accept it. But Jennifer shoved that shit down their throat. And I yield back. So Uncle Muse, you was here first. If you got time, we're gonna give you 2 minutes to get filled in. We got
Yo,
Muse on here, we got Dean, we got Jeff, we got Lex, we got Lil Mac.
yo,
yeah,
Vi, let me say one thing before Uncle pertaining to what you said about the we pedophile lovers. I just want to let people know one thing. I've been called
Yeah, that's what
worse things. I've been called worse of things by a better class of people. So I don't care what motherfuckers got to say about me, especially coming from a specific certain group of people. But that's all I wanted to say.
yeah. I'm just gonna do the
they can
Greek.
go get them they can go get some water and try to swallow this thick ass peanut butter just fed.
Hey, I'm just gonna
All
do my
right,
greetings. Yeah, I'm just gonna do my greetings. Blessings to Brother Dean Bella, our activist, as I call him, JT. Lex, is always an honor and blessing to see you in here. Miss Classy, my queen, what's going on with you? Lil Mac, good to see you. And my only comment on all of that is go listen to this song by Plies called Loaded. Like you loading a CD into a disc player, loaded. And the lyrics for that particular song that Plies got out, I see a lot of those jokers in this R.Kelly case. Now they running and hiding. Nobody's saying nothing. People trying to backpedal. They're trying to clean up their dirt. But your day of reckoning is here. Stand like a soldier and take your medicine. And I yield back, and I'm good.
All right.
what's up, Emmanuel Cletus Williams? Welcome to the Big Val Opinion channel, man. This first time seeing you over here. I tell people I know my chat. When I see names I ain't never seen before, red flag.
Yo, you know what's so crazy?
What up?
I see now you see they got Kells and Butner. You know it's crazy. You know John Burge was he did his whole time there.
Hey, educate the people on who that is, bro.
Oh, that what you call it? I read up on him due to because of you, J Rock, you know, Uncle Mute, because of Well, that's the man that what you call it basically had a whole bunch of corruption. It said he was responsible for over 118 people. It said he was responsible for more than 118 like false convictions, like sending people to jail, basically for no reason, or for like all over his political gain or whatever the case may be.
Wow.
Facts. They said more than 118 people. So you know, once a situation like that goes down, a lot of people cases become case law. So it's a lot of people that probably was guilty and they'll get out due to the fact of because he was a detective and he was the head commander on the case.
You know, and he's a tortured individual too into confession.
That's crazy.
Well, under his leadership, we don't say allegedly. Welcome, Miss Lavish Lady. It's always a pleasure and an honor to see you.
Not,
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
what up,
Hey,
Mama
Auntie.
Love?
How
What
you
up? What
doing
up?
now, Miss Lavish Lady?
How everybody
Everybody, peace and
doing?
love.
How everybody doing this evening? Good,
Hey, peace and
good. Just
blessings,
got off
Queen.
work.
I'm doing fine. I'm
Doing
finally
super well.
I'm not eating.
Why
You don't
you
hear
not eating?
you
What's
don't
wrong
hear
with
and
you?
remember you don't hear me snacking in the background. I'm chilling right
Oh,
now.
you not. You sure not, Dean. Oh, you not. But somebody making a lot of noise, though. Who making all that noise? That's why I came in to tell you I to stop making all that noise.
And you know it's another thing I find funny in his situation. He's not even supposed to be at a medium. He's supposed to be at a low facility jail.
What do that
I'm
mean,
happy
brother?
you said that.
Well, I think
All
where he
right.
just went is.
In the feds, it go by Supermax, which is Florence. Like where they case me, where they send like John Gotti, God Fisher, like like them big, like they would probably start off for 5-10 years there, and then they'll work like like El Chapo, like they send them there. Then they got the USPs, which is the United States Penitentiary. That's when you behind the wall. Then you got the medium highs, where their case may be. It's like it's like right under a pen, and then you got just a medium, and then you got low. Lows is what you call it. It's like it goes by the securities. All right, with mediums, you got the barbed wire fence around. You get what I'm saying? With lows, it's a picket fence. So not for nothing, he could literally walk off the cup. Like I witnessed this with my own eyes. Like my man's when I was in the feds, one of my mans, he was in a camp. That's even lower than a low. So a camp, like they got the most freedom. My man's way case me, what his like, I don't want to like you guys. Well, yeah, I don't know who he is, so I'm not really out in his business. But what he did was, what a case may be, like they give you so much freedom in the feds. He was able to have a child, Kuwait case may be. In the feds, as long as you're back before count time, in certain situations, they don't really stress you too much. It's like when you in a low or a camp, it's damn near like it's damn near like you're on the streets. Like your bed, you not even stressing. Like I'm telling you, it's like a million cell phones on the compound. It's liquor, weed, whatever drugs you want, whatever to cope with your bed. And
Yeah,
then, but yeah,
Fed prisons way better than state.
yeah. So what I was saying was one of my mans was where the case may be. When I met him, like, well, because we was in a medium high, he like his point system was still low because he messed up the camp and the low. They automatically still had to send him to a medium high just for a couple months, but then he's gonna be able to go back to a camp because his point system was just really so low. But it's because he messed the thing up, like he violated security purposes. But yeah, so when I met him was when my baby mom came to see me at the time. My baby mom was pregnant, so I'm like, yo, saying to myself, like, she was like, yo, your man's right there, where the case may be. He just had a baby. I'm like, how the fuck he just had a baby? He been down like 5-6 years. I'm like, that don't make no sense. And then where the case may be, my baby mom put me on. Well, actually, she put my baby mom on, and my baby mom wound up putting me on because they wound up getting cool due to the bus ride. He like in the feds, I'm telling you, he got so much freedom, it don't make no sense. His baby mom was able to book him the hotel. He was able to leave, do whatever he had to do, and then make sure he back before count time. So that's why I said, look at Ghislaine Maxwell's situation. She's in a low right now. Why is R.Kelly not in a low?
Right.
Brother Jeff, can you speak on that? He's on the side.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's why I'm so happy that he touched on the different degrees of security. Like you have maximum, you have medium, and you have low. You know what I'm saying? and that transfers from state to federal. Now, uh, in state it's a lot more harsh, but in federal it's a lot more freedom. As he said, you have more. You can actually leave the compound and go and do other things as long as you're back. You know, from what I've heard, like I have a few friends and acquaintances that were in federal prison that, you know, I was in state prison, so I remember I was in a medium max. So I just remember like the county sucked, like you know what I'm saying? Like while you going through trial or you fighting your cases, you know, it's different once you get sentenced and then they ship you somewhere, then the ride gets much easier. So I'm happy to hear that Kels is going to somewhere where it's seems to be pretty much a laid back atmosphere. He don't have to worry about, you know, anything that he was having to dealing with in an MCC. It's a different environment. But be that as it may, he's going to be good. I would say this time next year we should be seeing, due to the immaculate appeal, and to, shout out to Jennifer Bonjean and his legal team. That appealed brief is immaculate. They dispelled every charge that, you know what I'm saying, that he was facing. And where he's at, he's going to be sitting comfortably awaiting that appeal, awaiting that time where they say, and my belief, well, from my vantage point, that they will be telling him he can go ahead and face his Illinois appeal while he's at home, because this New York trial was bogus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I took away from I listened, I didn't read it in its totality, but I listened to other people do commentary on it. And one thing that I really took away from it that was odd, that I always question, what do they mean by forced labor? Right?
Yo, Jeff, it's crazy you said that. Because my lady just came. Well, she was like, because she never got to see the surviving the third surviving R.Kelly, and I was just watching it with her earlier, and then I was just getting my feelings. She could tell you like whatever case maybe, not to like keep airing her business out, but my girl, like she's a R.Kelly fan. She loves his music. Whatever case may be, she was like, you know, sometimes like things like her being a victim of certain things, you get what I'm saying? Like it triggers certain things. She tried to open her mind for them or whatever case may be. But then when I debunk it with facts, she gets mad because I'm like, yo, babe, you can't get mad at me if I'm coming with factual. And she's like, you right, whatever case may be. I'm like, you coming from a wanting to be sympathy for these females, but I'm coming from like, yo, these are things they saying out their mouth that's not making no sense. But it's like, as you said, we like she was saying earlier, and she was, and like we was both agreeing, we was like, yo, what is Faith Rogers? I don't understand why she's in the New York case. But
You
then
know
when
what?
it was like, but then when it was, but then what really pushed her in the case was due to her talking about. Remember when she said she put the gun he had the gun next to the piano, and he made her perform sexual acts, basically to force labor. And it's crazy that you said that, Jeff. But I'm not trying to overtake you. Like, do your thing. My fault.
Oh no, I'm happy that you stepped in, and yeah, that was, and you have a man, I appreciate what you said, because you have a background. You were recently in the Fed, so
Damn,
you know that
bro.
adds to the conversation. The whole thing with the whole forced labor is crazy, because Faith Rogers testified that she wasn't forced to do anything. So the whole forced labor was actually related to Faith Rogers and JP, that they perform oral sex on R.Kelly. Like, how is that forced labor?
Hey,
Like,
Thank you,
That would
Jeff.
have been false
Th-
information.
Thank you, Jeff. That makes no sense to me. Cause I said, yo, I'm in my head like, yo, she admitted to him and her being in a relationship. So I'm just in my head like, you and him in a relationship. Like, what fight or where would he have to come in with a gun for you to perform sexual acts on him? If you got what I'm saying, you was performing sexual acts on him prior months to, you got what I'm saying, or years prior to that. He just wakes up one day with this sick fantasy and say, yo, I'ma put a gun next to the next to
Piano.
the piano, and you gotta do this all of a sudden.
Little funny
You
from
ain't say
Hey,
no, yo, I try to leave, yada yada yada, and then he
Not only
wouldn't let
that,
me.
bro, but
That
check
just
this out.
doesn't make sense to me.
Ex-
On top of
you,
what
we got
y'all
a
just said,
loaded panel. We got about 1, 2, 8. We got 8 people on here, so I know we dialoguing, but we we want to let everybody get in because y'all making some points, but let's seem like Classic was trying to comment on what y'all talking about. Sound like Lil Mac trying to come in at 1.2.
oh no, because me and Lil Mac was talking about this like yesterday, and then we was talking about the whole forced labor
Same
thing, and I'm gonna
thing.
get on and I'm gonna yield back. That aspect of it stuck with me because, for one, to forced labor, there was no force because they not only testified that they wanted to do it, they testified that they didn't expect no money from it. So it ain't no labor or it ain't no force. So how could that be a federal charge? And I yield back.
exactly.
And they
My
still
thing,
want to do it in the courtroom. They wanted to do it.
my thing is, if okay, so she said they trying to make it forced labor, right? In order for it to be forced labor, that would have to be her job. Like it would need to be something she was getting paid to do, and in order for
Exactly.
it to be forced, she would have had to been forced to do it some kind of way with no pay.
Thank you. Cause if it was just a force, then it would be a form of rape.
Yes, it wouldn't have
right.
been forced labor. It would have forced
Listen.
labor is considered something to do with a job that you are supposed to be doing.
Thank you.
Exactly. And then we got to look at the key words and the elements of this indictment. You got trafficking, enticement, and forced labor. Just break it down. Like, people play this man out to be like he wasn't no king of R&B. He wasn't no sex symbol. Women didn't flock to him. Women didn't want him. In what type of form, or fashion do this man got to entice or force anyone to do anything to him? And then the government keeps saying that he's, you know what I'm saying, is a sex trafficking, that he's, you know what I'm saying, doing all this and the third. But why is it, if to me, just like Jennifer broke out in the pellet brief, y'all, the government couldn't find out one person to be his co-defendant. I ain't get that when you got people like Cheryl Mack that was booking the flights for these people, and
Yeah.
then you got the mother, you know what I'm saying, that was with Jane Doe
Being
number
deceptive.
5.
They interviewed 8 employees. They interviewed
Right.
8 employees, and
And
none of
no,
them
you know what I'm saying,
testified the same. None of their stories was the same, which means
it's
that
no,
they didn't have a plan to recruit women or none of that. They all had different job descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
None of them had one job that consisted of the same thing. None of them had that.
and it's no way in hell that he could have been telling these
What's
people to
up,
do
Texas?
all this stuff, and they had no way
Coco Cheese.
idea, and that these women were underage, and they were doing something that was illegal. So, and for the federal government to sit here and y'all saying minors was involved and let all these people get immunity and have no person, like to be honest, if I thought he
Can
was
you see the
guilty, which
screen,
I
little
don't,
Mac?
yeah. Uh, for example, Sharon
Because
Mack could
this
have
is
easily
this is
been a
what the
co.
opposite side. I want you to look at something, little Mac. This is what the opposite side took this story right here, and they attached this to the Star Witness, right? Ain't this what the Star Witness said?
Yeah, but that
Mm-hmm.
shit right there, it said he wasn't even in the video, and
It
then
was
not only that,
Yeah.
If he did
Yeah,
tell
I'm
them
making
to
I'm
do
making a
that,
point.
that's not a fucking federal crime. That's not a federal crime.
No,
So why
I'm
the
making
fuck
a
we in
point
federal
though.
court?
I'm making a point.
Yeah.
How did the opposition take this story and say this is what the Star Witness did?
Mm,
Didn't they say the
mm,
Star Witness did that?
yes,
Mm-mm.
Right.
yes.
That didn't look like the Star Witness in that statement, did it?
That was
Her name
No,
was
Holly
it,
Anna.
Calhoun. Anna was Holly Calhoun.
nah, but Hallie wasn't in the thing.
So that,
She was
Holly
a
haven't.
bad
Yeah,
act witness.
Hallie wasn't in. Hallie
she was a
wasn't.
bad act witness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Then
she
it's
wasn't
so
in
crazy,
the.
but look, they say the man, for them to say he wasn't even depicted in the video. I told somebody this shit last week. They thought I was bullshit. They ain't have no video of this man physically in the video.
and another
And I don't
another.
give a damn who you is. Ain't nobody finna spear feces on their face. And
Exactly.
they
And
be feeding people bullshit and people be believing. Ain't nobody finna do that. And
and
ain't nobody
Nah,
finna make nobody do that.
them feces mother was plant based, man.
and
Right, man. Like,
another
go
another
ahead,
thing.
Dean. My bad.
Now say another thing. Another thing that really like it irks my soul so bad. Like it really burned my soul. Like yo, people like when what's her name? Diana Copeland came out and said, "Yo, the one thing I know about Robert," she said, "Trust me, that man did not have a hard time getting women." And not for nothing, you talking about Diana Copeland. She worked for that man for 15 years. And she was there, like at point she was living with that man. So my
Mm-hmm.
thing is,
And then the
if
dude,
she said
the
if
Navarro dude, he even stated and he said that he
he
never
didn't
seen
see,
no
he
underage
never see.
girl.
He said at
They
points did you
took
see like
IDs. They took IDs from everybody.
you
Mm-hmm.
feel me? He did say at times it felt like we was in Twilight Zone, but he said, "Yo, I never see no underage." Everybody that worked for him, everybody said, "Yo, I never seen no underage person around." But you got people that's on the outside wanting to say, "Yeah, nah, there was underage people around." Whatever the case may be. And as I said before,
What up,
like not for
312?
nothing,
And then if the one, and Dean, and the ones that did it, they either lied or did some deceitful stuff to get in the camp, like Jane Doe #5
Oh,
and
I'm glad y'all brought her
exactly.
up.
One thing Don Russell
and
said.
Jerome Pace.
Now say one thing Don Russell said, and he did not speak no lies when he said it. He said you got to look at who R. Kelly is. He said R. Kelly is somebody that you can't just go right up to him and meet him. You have to go through several people to get to that man. So you mean to
Bodyguard,
not tell
everything else.
exactly? So you mean to not tell me y'all didn't know all the funny shit that like what a case maybe y'all was doing if these women were able to get to him?
Now it's gonna be at least about 100 people you got to get through, and then
Mm-hmm.
through them 100,
That's the point I was
still,
making earlier, Dean. Like how like what you just said, the people got to get to him, and they said they was exchanging numbers and all this at the concert. But
doing
you
all
mean to tell me the federal government could not get one person to be his co-defendant in New York
Hey,
with all those charges he had,
But
got 30
I'm tripping.
years? That's what I'm tripping about. Not one person. If it was true,
But
Demetrius
who?
Smith could have
What
easily been
artist
a
though?
co-defendant. Sharon Mack, like that's ridiculous, man.
and you know what's so
But
crazy, Lil Mac?
What
The
artist
cra-
pass out flyers
the
and have they actual phone number on there? No, they gonna have their
That don't make
business phone.
sense.
Ain't no artist passing out no flyer with their personal
I
phone
don't
number
think
on there.
it would even
but
be a
but
flyer. It would
but
probably be a business card.
another thing
The
is
business card, right?
another thing is they want to shit on Diana Copeland so much. But you know what's so crazy? She didn't get no immunity for her testimony because her testimony was natural. She ain't have no shady dealings or nothing in her background. Everybody
Yep.
else that was around that was testifying again. And the funny part is, she didn't even testify on the behalf of R. Kelly. She was forced to
Right.
testify.
Right.
You
But
see at the end how the federal government tried to throw her under the bus at the end of
Mm-hmm.
that case.
Exactly.
They tried to turned on her, and then not only that, the federal government indictment. You know what I'm saying? Is BS because For one, the witnesses of the case, like Jane Doe number 5, they was doing the illegal stuff. R.Kelly wasn't, because for one, she
Yeah,
came into the
but
concert.
see how
She was
they were
underage.
hoping that text messages didn't get introduced. They were
Yeah,
hoping
see,
them
this
text messages.
not gonna help them get
Jennifer
home.
got the messages in there.
Yeah, she came to the concert, right? The
The
federal
messages,
government
boy.
said,
They said he had sex with her when she went to California. And when the mama testified that when the mama said in the messages when she was when she left California and went to Vegas, the man had got so coochie, man. From
I'm
the
glad that point was
Dolphin,
brought
that
up.
Dolphin Hotel shit never happened. The Dolphin Hotel
right,
shit never happened. They never had
So
sex. The trips to California, all that was bullshit.
so let's wrap a taste real quick about that particular subject. So y'all remember when I brought up in the live about the Dolphin Hotel and all that? Scratch that. Because did a little digging a little further. And it turns out he wouldn't have started being intimate with her until she was almost like 20 years old. Who's driving? What is that?
somebody out there jogging.
Lil Mac working out. Oh boy, lavish and classy with boy. They catch shit so fast. Oh no, what is that? Who eating?
But
I'm on mute.
Yeah, I
this
apologize.
is
That was me.
he would
I'm at work in the rail yard, so I had to
you
turn my
okay,
yeah.
but he wouldn't have started like being intimate with her
What
until
up,
she was
Georgia girl?
20. Reason being is because an incident happened where they were supposed to get intimate, and uh he wouldn't stay in the room with her, so she becomes upset, irate, and she texts her mom and she's like, what do? I don't know what to do. He doesn't want to stay in here. Like, what do I need to do? And her mom proceeds to tell her, like, look, you need to do this, you need to do that. Make sure like you give him some wine or some Hennessy or something, and get him comfortable in your room so he don't want to leave.
Right. And then another thing too, people ain't picking up is that she lied on Jocelyn when they had that fight, when she was saying that
Jocelyn
you
never
slept with,
slept with
Yeah,
her.
you slept with
Jocelyn
me when
never
you was a
slept with her.
minor. Yeah.
never
Cause
slept
she
with
was
her.
there before Jocelyn. Jocelyn didn't come there to around 2016 because he
Hey,
was dating
but when
Holly
you lie so
Calhoun.
much though, look,
You can't keep up
when
with your
you lie so
lies.
much,
Fact,
little man, you forget. When you lie so much, you forget you think it
But
become the truth to you.
Exactly.
Lil Mac, that was a great point that you made that because it's I wouldn't even have thought of that. Cause when she kept saying that, oh, you slept with a minor, you slept with
You
a
slept with me
minor.
when I was a
That's
minor.
what I'm saying. You going to
I'm,
jail.
I'm,
First of all, by the time Joy got there, she would have already been 18. If her birthday is correct. We don't know when the girl birthday is. But if her birthday is correct, she would have already been 18 by the time Joy got
Y'all
there.
remember two drink minimum Johnson came out and said back when Clary and Savage had that falling out, he said that they said Azrael was there before Jocelyn.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
but
She just thought that because she was there for her, she was number one. A hot psych.
uh,
No, that's you got the generic version and you got the original.
and you know what's so crazy? For years, a lot of people shitted on Joycelyn, and people was more in favor of Team Azriel. And it's crazy. Look who the one that stood by his side.
Exactly.
Right.
That was
Even
the
Steven
narrative,
Greenberg
man.
was trying to get R. Kelly to dump Jocelyn.
Lex, where you at,
Remember when
Lex?
remember
You
when
on
that
here, Lex ain't saying too much.
oh
Where you at,
I'm in
Lex?
the I'm in the cut, man. I got some stuff I just got together, man. I wanna read in a minute, but I'm letting y'all stir the pot up a little bit before I start talking. Man, at least let me get a
All
bowl.
right,
Let
lavish
me,
lady, you
let
good?
me get a bowl and slice of that cornbread. You already know. I know how it goes.
I'm
Lavish
trying
lady,
to
where
finish.
you at?
I'm trying to finish up my dinner. I'm listening right now.
Okay, go back on mute because I hate to have to cut you. got my knife out tonight. I'm poking.
Hey,
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 but
hey.
another thing that just to switch gears, as far as the brief was concerned, that also caught my ear was that Jennifer Bonzine pointed out that out of the total American history of charges being filed against
Man,
a
come
particular
on with it.
person,
Yeah,
nobody has
First,
ever
yeah.
been charged with
And this,
attempting to give somebody a venereal disease and they never
mm-hmm.
gave it to them.
Man,
right.
And
And they
then my
never
thing
even
is
brought
though,
evidence. They never brought proof that neither of these females even have the venereal
Yeah,
disease, but they have
exactly
proof
that
that
was
the man never tested positive for it.
exactly
yeah.
Big Five. That what I
They
was just
have
about to
proof that
say.
he never tested positive.
and
Hey
Exactly.
y'all, check this shit out though. Who in the hell need $300,000 worth of Valtrex? That shit makes sense to me too. Like so,
Man, they put,
uh,
but see, Lil Mac,
Thank you.
hold on, Lil Mac. The $300,000 they put it in the name of Valtrax, but there was
Right.
her payment for cooperation, man.
See,
Man.
yeah, and she and not and 10 times
That
out
was
of
her
10,
cooperation payment, man.
I'm not even gonna
yeah,
say 9 times out of 10.
and I think Azrael brought Holly in because before trial they was in Atlanta at a gym working out. Azrael posted on Instagram. I think she coerced Holly into to come to court testifying. I guess they was gonna break the mud off. And the same way, what's her name? Rashana Lanford told the hypnotic chick to come to court, and she didn't even get. And what's her name? The Lanford girl didn't even get the money. The other girl got the hypnotic girl got the money. That's
money will
fucking
make
crazy.
people do anything. Money will make people do
Lil
anything.
Matt.
Because
Hey,
Azrael
Lil
and
Matt.
Holly don't even like each other.
Hey, Lil Matt.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Lisa Lee?
Ain't no honor among thieves.
Oh, you right about that.
What up, Sir Miguel? What up, J Rock?
What's up, Sir Miguel? J. How y'all
So
boys doing?
I want to go here. I want to go here. Why do y'all think Ann Donnelly? Because I like the fact that Jennifer pointed out the motions that were put in, that were denied, the many attempts that were made to put in information to show the defendant innocent that was constantly denied. So at this point, is it safe to say, even though we've been saying this, is it safe to say that Ann Donnelly is part of the government?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Hell
She
yeah.
on
Yo,
somebody payroll,
yo, yo,
allegedly.
yo. Not for nothing. Remember we was talking the other day on the phone, Vi? Whether like even Vlad and D.O. Hughley said it out their own mouth. They like what they case made. They even said out their own mouth. They said, "I do feel and they're not even for Kells like that. They said, "I do feel involved in his case. There's a lot of conspiratorial evidence towards that man." You can't tell me all of this. This is just by whoopty bam, like it just happened. No, it don't make no sense to me. It don't.
They've been plotting that.
Right.
Like
And then the people,
I'm telling you, this is exactly how it went. Them people came to R.Kelly and said, "Yo, either you gonna sell that catalog when the masters when everything reverts back to you, or not." Kells probably told him, "Nah, fuck y'all niggas. I'm out. I'm not doing that." Them people said,
Oh,
"Word, all right, we gonna
they
show you who
played
really
on
runs
the
we
shit."
gonna
they
show
played
we gonna show you how we get down.
right. They played on the previous
But
allegations
see,
with
Kanye
with
West
Aaliyah.
warned people. Kanye West gave us the warning, man. He told you what was going on in the industry, man.
Kanye
But
West
yeah,
been
And
giving people
when he
warnings.
came out and said they don't want you talking about God, they don't want God in Hollywood. They don't want God in the industry, period. And Robert
Right.
comes out. I always revert back to his last message in the love letter.
Right.
I don't want the world to remember me by R. Kelly, the Pied Piper, the Weatherman. He said, I want to introduce the world to Robert.
Yeah.
And we know the
Right. You
man,
know.
Robert is the spirit. Robert is you save me. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Right.
I saved his heart.
That's Robert. That's the real Robert right there.
Fred Change is
I'm
Fred
saying.
glad you
Changes.
brought that
That's the
up,
real.
Big. I'm
He
glad you
say,
brought that up, Big Vi, because I was just, you know what I'm saying, reading the book, Solar Coaster. And you know, right before that Love Letter album came out, he had went to Africa. And he wanted to do an inspirational album. But they didn't want him to put that album out. So they wanted him to go back to the 12 play where he talk
Yeah.
about sexual this and sexual that. He didn't want to do that. So he even said that he got tired of people, you know what I'm saying, buying his style, and because everybody was just sounding so much like him. So he scratched that album and he put out that Love Letter album.
which was a great album. Great
Oh
Mm-hmm.
hell
album.
yeah! I was listening to that last night at work. That mother
And
right
it's
now got
crazy.
classic.
That album Dad wound up going platinum in
Y'all got a
2021.
question on the
Man.
screen.
Hey man, can y'all
Y'all got a
imagine this,
question
right?
on the screen.
All the fellas,
There's a
right?
question on the screen. I don't know who want to answer.
So if they took money under the table and signed NDAs with some of them, what's the point of suing in court? I'm just saying, wouldn't NDA justify money under the table too? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. That depends on what's in the NDA and what all the money was signed off. Who all the money was signed off to.
Well, I'm
So
gonna answer
This,
that real
this,
Tails can
quick,
this,
come
and
back.
I'm gonna let
but
even
Tails
this is
Jeff was
can come
saying
back
something.
and sue.
this is the thing. Even with all them NDAs and all that, R.Kelly can't read, so it's like, yo, like
It wouldn't
that
have been.
man,
It would
like
Hey.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Jeff, you were saying something, bro. I'm gonna let him
Oh
say what
yeah,
he had to say, and then I'm gonna respond to that.
yeah. I mean, this is what I want people to put in the proper context as it relates to those NDAs. Who in their right mind is going to sit here and believe that a minor can sign an NDA? You have,
thank
What
you.
happened signed an NDA? Make
so
it
if they sign the NDA, they were of age or they have parental consent to sign for them.
eggs.
So that any legal binding contract, they would have to have someone of age to co-sign that. So when they were talking about all these the Tiffany Hawkins and all these people were grown people that came back with allegations and then signed allegations years later after the allegations have been expired. You know what I'm saying? And because there's no way that a minor can sign a legal document without a parental consent or parental guardian.
Preach.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and a lot of people don't know is that these NDAs, like, they don't justify that you're guilty, innocent, or guilty of nothing. People know in Chicago, like, this was the leak. Even Kel said, "You want to make some quick money? Sue me."
Sue
He
R.
said
Kelly.
in that previous documentary, that was a way to get money. Like, let's say if Tiffany Hawkins and Javante Cunningham, all these people wasn't vicinity, Kel's probably not even touched them chicks, ain't even looking at them chicks. But all they got to say is they know R. Kelly, they was around R. Kelly, and boom, here come the allegations. They can sue him. Cause one, he can't take this in the media because they already know so slandering his name with the Aaliyah situation. Ask yourself this: why did Tiffany, if R. Kelly was doing so much wrong to Tiffany Hawkins, why she wait till after the Aaliyah scandal to pursue to pursue that what's the name, the to go to court to sue him for
Mm-hmm.
all that? She waited till 1996 to do that. So if she was
She
truly
waited
being
under the
violated,
influence of she waited at the discretion of Demetrius Smith because
Johnny Black.
he told her to go
right?
sue R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
Peanut
shit
had
And
right there crazy.
Javante
Peanut had
Cunningham is a
Demetrius.
liar. She ain't no minor. She the same age as Sparkle. She ain't Tiffany Hawkins' age. So her and Tiffany became friends after, right, probably doing Surviving R. Kelly after that. Javante Cunningham is around the same age as Sparkle. She been lying about her whole age. Because if not, if you was underage, then why Ricky from Public Announcement ain't got charged because you would date him? And she stole that story about Aaliyah was in that tour bus with Cass from Earl. Earl claimed he
Earl.
saw it, but Earl, if you seen it, why you bring Sparkle back down there to let him say to be with you. That don't make sense. And then not only that, you sit there and said all that shit about Kels, talking about he was on a tour bus sleeping with Aaliyah, but he wrote songs for public announcement after they broke up. They did their own thing. He wrote a few songs for them. So these people are fucking liars and hypocrites. He's just scorned and mad that R.Kelly was knocking Sparker down. That's why he said what he said, and Javante Cunningham just took his story and ran with it.
And
Aaliyah wasn't no damn victim.
Exactly.
Y'all all seen that, but Barry or Aaliyah mom ain't see it, like, or none of y'all ran and went and said, yo, whatever the case may be, R. Kelly on the tour bus screwing your daughter. Because from what everybody said around that time, the mom was always around.
They had three people. They had the mama, the daddy, and the brother. At all times, they had three people that somebody could always be there with them. With Aaliyah when she was working or whatever the situation may be, according to her mom. But it goes back to one of the things I tell people is it goes back to this with R. Kelly. You know, people would dislike you simply because you. He hadn't done nothing to none of these people but be R. Kelly. And a lot of the industry disliked him because when he came in. You know, when R. Kelly got introduced to the industry, it was over with for everybody else to come. And here you go now, you got all these people they hate, but they got to go through him if they want to hit. So they going to pretend as though they okay with him just to get what they need. But then guess what? When the scandal come out, they going to be the first motherfuckers in the headlines talking about, you know, he guilty. Look at all the people who was talking about he was guilty. Most of these, out of that whole list of people he didn't work with, over 40, 50 different names, only about 4 or 5 people had something positive to say about him.
Right.
Make sense.
It goes back to that hood mentality that I tell people about all the time. It's that hood logic, man. Depending on who you is, and depending on what type of person you is in your community, if somebody come out and say you had sex with the girl down the street that's supposed to have HIV, guess what? That lie gonna get picked up and took off all over the hood just because people dislike who you are. So with R. Kelly, when they put that bullshit narrative behind his name as far as this young girl narrative, people disliked him that much that narrative ran. It grew legs and ran. All off of the dislike of him.
I was shocked that Kelly Price came out because he goddamn made her career.
Exactly. Yo, Lil Mac.
She sit her tired ass down because she need a recliner on the stage when she performs. She need a gym or something.
I'm telling you,
at this point.
She broke my heart because I was a Kelly Price fan, and I'm just like, wow.
Shit. Like, wow. Not let her sit on you. Come on, like a pack of bread and biscuits,
man, bro, you a damn fool, man.
Hey, I feel the same way you feel, Dean, because when I'm like, damn, this Kelly Price, the lips and that. Then I looked at her, man, she looked like she about to buzz out a can of biscuits, boy. I was like, God damn.
I was just like, wow, Kelly. Like I'm a Kelly fan, like no funny shit. And if you know about Kelly, R. Kelly, Mariah, and Whitney is all responsible for success, mainly R. Kelly, because most of her for Whitney and Mariah, she was really just only doing background vocals for them and stuff like that. R. Kelly actually gave you and wrote you hits and put you on tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, wow, like to really, like, I'd have just respected, like, yo, no comment, and that's that. But to get on there and talk about,
that's
everybody,
the hardest thing for them to do, say no comment.
Like, but everybody get on there, yeah, Job knew what the hell was going on. And I don't feel bad or whatever the case may be. I was just like, damn, I wouldn't want y'all motherfuckers as friends. But as I said,
she did that shit though to take a shot at Job, but Job probably dropped her or did some shit to her. That's why she took that shot.
Let me
him.
see. Can we speak on? And I would like to hear one narrative from everybody on the panel one narrative that the other side has carried for the last 4 years that was spoken on when we talk about this brief. I know we talked about some other stuff, but if each individual, we can let Classy go since she a lady, then a male will go, then maybe if Lavish done. I just want to hear like if one thing y'all want to put emphasis on for the people on the other side to hear that they need to go to the how they said, Lil Mac, it's in the transcript.
It's in the transcript. It's in the transcript. This case needs to be reopened back up because the evidence is out there. I ain't lying, man, like that, man. But this case needs to be reopened back up.
I
said it, man.
See, your daughter still there. I ain't gonna lie on no man.
Be quiet, Johnny. Let me talk.
Hold on.
Claire was
clown. No, them goddamn R.Kelly lovers.
You got them R.Kelly Pearl super fan? You don't know me from Adam. I've been hitting this for 10 years.
You don't know me from Adam.
No,
that
fuck
shit
that.
had me down.
No, fuck that. No, fuck
you don't
that.
know me from Adam. I said, what happened to Eve?
Adam. I've been doing it for 10 years. No, fuck that.
What happened to Eve?
You know me from Adam.
Y'all said, man, Vi, you said debunk it one. Just one?
Yeah, I know me from Adam. What happened to Eve? Just one.
Okay.
He just said, man, John, let's go get you a drink.
Calm down.
Go get you a
Calm
drink.
down.
Go get a shot.
John is a mother. She gave birth to the
Tim Savage is a goddamn clown. He was trying to be so intelligent on that damn live. He was sounding so damn stupid. I ain't know what to do with this, but just laugh at his ass.
Hold on himself.
He's stupid. He don't even realize how stupid he is.
He told on himself.
That motherfucker broke a whole bottle of ginger ale, man, within 50 seconds.
He was nervous as I don't know what. That man.
Wait a
that
minute.
nigga had.
Body language.
Tim had that.
Wait a minute.
Tim had that Mr. Rogers neighborhood suit on.
Hey, what I did,
your neighbors.
Big Bob made that nigga cut that S curl. You made that nigga cut that S curl off. We've been on his ass.
Man.
Cut that motherfucker off.
Glad to be your neighbor suspender winner.
That nigga went from looking like Elder Bond to looking like Cole off March.
Wait a minute. I just can't. Wait a minute. You said you drunk a whole bottle. You drunk a whole 2 liter. What did he say? You drunk a whole 2 liter. Oh man.
Bubble guts a little bit.
I don't know what. I didn't know what. I'm looking at that, but it never cried.
And that dude, Westside Chicago. That dude, Westside Chicago. She looked at that phone and seen that chat. When she seen that chat, boy, she went crazy. Oh, hell!
It was a female on that got off in Tim ass too. She said, "Y'all gonna burn in hell." And one lady came on and said, "You Tim, you should have just sat this one out."
Fact. She said, yo, Lil Mac, I felt that lady. She said, and you heard the passion and sincerity of her voice. She said, y'all gonna burn in hell. I'm like, nah.
And that wasn't nobody that we seen over here.
Damn sure, hey, you right, Jeff. Well, it wasn't nobody.
Hey, hold on. Look, here you go. Hold on.
So okay, now what side? Hold on, Mr. Savage. Hold on, Mr. Savage. You don't let Westside finish. You gonna let him finish. Go ahead, finish your comment, Westside.
Well, I thank you, Mr. I thank you, Mr. Storm.
Gotta let him finish.
Mr. Storm, I thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. You're a respectful host, brother. I just can't talk to them. They're just too out of control for me. I wish them well, though. I'm off the mic. Thank you.
You out of control. Because you got criminology, sir. You out of control. Listen. Because you don't know me from Adam. John you out of control. I've been living this for 10 years.
John Jalen, here's the deal. When you have a mother.
No, fuck that.
And see, that's when you have a mother.
No, fuck that. You criminal R.Kelly predator fan.
When you
Man,
West Side Chicago, struck a nerve.
you
As
okay?
I said, I was been called worse things by a better class of people.
She must have hit her
Man,
leg. She must have
Even
hit her.
Storm was like,
she got a psychology
that's some
degree.
bullshit.
She got a degree in
Well, I told
psychology.
Tim you gonna get a leash and a muzzle and put on your fucking dog, man.
That's what they say, Classy. They say
Call off
she
your
got
handlers,
2 of
Tim.
them. Hell, they say she got a master's and a bachelor's. That's
I
what
don't know
they
She
about
got a
that one.
master in
I
drinking.
But
don't know about that one.
we have yet to confirm that, but that's what they say, you know.
You got a master
Cause
in
you don't know me from
toxicology.
Adam.
Because we don't know her from Adam, so
Shoot.
we don't know.
I don't know about that one, but I'm gonna let her
Hey,
Adam,
go.
is-
she
Adam,
I kid
Adam,
you
is-
not. She be
Adam, who
whipping
she get her
Tim
pills
ass.
from?
She be whipping Tim ass, I bet. And they won't know why their daughter don't come on. That was a prime example why she don't fool with them right there. This that damn
Man,
interview
she was
right there
upstairs.
explains it all.
I wouldn't deal with them either. But to answer your question, Vi, it was the text messages. You know, they kept saying that
Okay.
she was underage and he was sleeping with her, and her mama clearly said he spent all his money on you and you ain't gave him no coochie.
Mm-hmm.
Her mama did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Check the transcripts. I'm just saying.
Read the transcripts, court documents.
They said that in the transcripts, it said that she ate feces. But according to Jennifer briefing, that talked about the testimony straight from the transcript, that was somebody else's story that they gave her.
You know
They
what I
talked
learned
about
from the text message, y'all? Is that the damn mama was trying to get the daughter to sleep with her boy the Cavs was. Cavs wasn't even trying to pursue her like that. He wasn't even
the
around.
daughter wasn't even trying to do it. She wasn't trying to. And that's what the thing that stuck out
Because
to
the
me was
thing is,
I was
she was
talking to
not.
Lavish. I talked to Lavish about it, but she said that you need to get with the program. That means they had a plan that they talked about before she even left. Because what the fuck is the program? If you don't know, if she wasn't aware that it was a plan or that it was a program, why would she say you need to get with the program and give this man some sex or whatever? But it was a disgrace for me to see a mother talk to her daughter and say, "Put on your black one piece. You still bleed? Like, are you fucking you got a fucking animal, man?
Because what's the
Like, damn, that's how you talk to
Right.
your daughter?"
The outsiders don't get that they have been doing this. They have been putting that girl out there like that. That's why she's so messed up in the head. They've been putting her out there like that. They've been. Why you think they call it a program? That girl really been put out there like that. And her,
Right, because think about it. Like when she left Cavs, she down there
Well,
in
she
Dubai
probably
tricking
whooped
off.
Jocelyn ass, but
Yo,
she got an ass whooping coming for her. She got an ass
mm,
whooping coming for her down the road. She say she know how to fight.
and she really don't.
Somebody fucked up outside my house.
who?
It ain't
Who
me
said they
though.
know how to? Who said they know how to fight?
She wasn't doing shit. That was even
Hey,
know
see,
That was
Who?
Azrael kept saying.
Who?
I know how to
she was
fight.
like,
I
I
know
know
how to
how to
fight.
fight.
Yeah.
I know how to fight.
That
Yeah,
that was
she
Yeah.
that
wasn't
She
was
really
better
doing nothing.
keep
that was the most biggest stupidest fight.
She
Man,
wasn't even really doing nothing. She wasn't even swinging. Her hits wasn't even connecting
Joe
fully.
was just hollering. She hit Joe with that phone
you
upside the head, man.
see,
Like, get her off me.
when she was hyped, like
This bitch is crazy. Joe say this bitch is on coke.
facts. She was hyped, but she overpowered Joycelyn a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
whoopty damn, like you was hype
Joy
about
say
that.
she was on coke, man.
Johnson
And
ain't no
she
aggressive
was giving
female like.
She
giving
what?
cokehead vibes.
None
Joy
of them
wasn't
motherfuckers on
Joy say
coke.
she
They
was on
strong. They
coke,
strong as
man.
hell.
Joy wasn't lying.
Them motherfuckers on
I
coke
say,
strong as hell.
goddamn Scarface.
How the hell you
Get
gonna
up
end up
Tony
you talking
Montana.
shit? Hey, Big Vi, how the hell you talking shit about winning a fight? Do you turn around and call the police on somebody? Make that shit
For
make sense.
assault.
Right.
For
You said
assault.
my how
You going
hey,
to jail? You
let
going
me
to
see.
jail?
Uncle Muse. Uncle Muse or Jeff, either one of y'all. Why do y'all think Gail King haven't talked about the text messages or this brief? Why you think
I'll
this
let
ain't made? Why y'all think this ain't made to CBS?
I'll let brother.
I'm a year back and let Muse brother Muse side of that one.
I'm gonna slide it back to you first. I'm gonna slide it back to you, Jeff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say this because it don't fit their narrative. For one, you know, we got to look at these people as they are paid puppets for these corporations. So Gayle King been a puppet. Look what she did to Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? When that man died, she jumped out there and brought up some allegation that he was clear from instead of saying rest in peace to that man. You know what I'm saying? And then we see what she did to R. Kelly. That's why Snoop Dogg came out here and called her a funky dog head. And then, you know, it's just like, you know, they sell a soul so cheap. But I can't even say cheap because she got off of R. Kelly, she became a Fortune 5, you know what I'm saying? Figure.
She went from 2 million. She went from 2 million to $12 million annual salary. If I don't know, what type of jump was that in history? I don't know.
Yeah, because she wasn't even popping like that until she threw him to the woods. See, what they do is they use what they call a token Negro or Negress to throw the other one under the bus. So they don't have to do, we do their own dirty work for them.
Malcolm X said it best, Jeff. That's called a house nigga right there.
Did y'all pay attention to but did y'all pay attention to when R. Kelly went down, right? How many I had never seen this many black news reporters in my fucking life until R. Kelly case came about. Every news station had black news reporters doing interviews. I'm like, where the fuck all these black people come from?
Where they come from?
So, but the company understand, right? But this is the play, right? But this was a red flag to me when I started seeing all these black reporters. I say, now the company is gonna put the liability on this reporter and gonna fire the fucking reporter to separate the reporter from the company.
You know my take on this thing with Gayle King in the interview? That shit was strategic. It was set up for Michael Avenatti, which Gayle King was all praising up before he got locked up. Now she don't mention him because for one, the nigga with the Daryl Justin, the baby power, finesse Kells into doing it. Yeah, finesse Kells into doing the interview. He didn't get paid, and then as soon as Kells got locked back up, him and Michael Avenatti shaking hands outside of a restaurant. Gayle King and Michael Avenatti was cool. They fucked Kells. They father made Kells look bad. Gayle King got $17 million, and I'm pretty sure that Daryl Johnson baby powder got Michael Avenatti and didn't pay him off to do the interview. That interview wasn't for Kells to get his shoot out. That interview was to father make him look guilty as he was. Because think about it now. Common sense Kelly.
The interview was supposed to pay $2 million, but R. Kelly never got it.
He didn't get it. Daryl Johnson got it. But check this out.
He never got it. Daryl Johnson got the money.
Doing all that every time the interview came out with Gayle King, when she got back to the hotel, she put the emphasis on the 52. She'll say, if that was I know they grown, they 21, 22, but they were my dog. I'll tell you, get your stuff and come back home. She was out to bury that man. Then every time,
look like the monster they had painted it out to be already.
Right.
I'm glad you said that, little man, because I didn't watch the Gayle King interview in its totality, but somebody did a reaction to the interview. And in the part that I caught is when she asked him, have you ever had sex with anyone under the age of 17? And R. Kelly said, no. And Gayle King looked this man dead in his face and said, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Facts. I remember.
She didn't want to believe it. She knows she didn't
want to believe it.
Believe it.
She had already had an image of him painted in her head before he walked through that door.
And my thing is, let's just say he did have sex with somebody under his 17. You think he gonna really get up there and say that?
Exactly.
Make shit make sense.
And then my thing is, she's sitting there talking about, this define logic to me, that all these women came on here and said something. But Gayle King, did you know it took them a whole year to put that bullshit together? And these people were always in contact with each other. Jeronna Pace and what's her name did a live together. 2 Drake Minimum Johnson, they was cool. Even Drill, her and Lisa Van Allen knew each other. All these people
Lizette
conspiring and
Martinez, Tiffany Hawkins, and Javante Cunningham, they did lives together. All of them knew each other.
Jim Derrick, I'm telling y'all what happened. Tim Savage and Ashanti McGee and Jim Derrick got to start all this shit. Well, along with the help of Gerald Griggs and Michael Avenatti. That's what kicking this shit off.
Because, okay, so these people sitting here, Gayle King at one point says, like you said, I find it hard to believe that all these women come out and say this stuff about you and they don't know each other. Well, if they don't know each other, how would Ashanti McGee know to get in contact with Tim Savage and Jonathan Savage if they wasn't already in contact?
Let's now what you just when you just said that shows the conspiracy element that the other side wants to neglect, right? Let's look at it on a societal aspect, right? Now, in other related news, and I'm pretty sure, if not all, majority of people have seen these children, these high school children that are fighting teachers. I seen a clip earlier where it was a young lady that was in high school or something like that and got into a altercation with her substitute teacher because she couldn't have her cell phone, right? This young lady had to be every bit of 15 or 16 years old and said, bitch, you gonna give me my phone back. And then, they got into a physical altercation and she got what she was looking for. So everybody's mad at the teacher for defending herself after the young lady done swung on her. Now, at what point, do we say we have a problem in our community with our youth and we need to go back to the original values where, in grammar school, we used to get popped with the damn ruler or something. How you gonna sit up here and try to fist fight with your teacher? And when the teacher defends themselves, they got to get reprimanded. But this same young lady could get away with doing what she's doing as a teenager, but she can't decide who she want to lay down with.
But
man,
perfectly said, Jeff.
Perfectly said.
Because not for nothing, I keep telling people with this whole R.Kelly shit, it's really gonna set a big precedence to where anybody under the age of 18 can get away with any little thing. Because this is my thing. My whole thing is, it's like this. Another aspect to it is like, all right, we are not saying this man is just like fully, like, you know what I'm saying, not guilty or whatever the case may be or whatever. My thing is just like, yo, y'all are making it seem like, yo, they did not do anything wrong.
You making it seem like
exactly.
This was a forced situation when that is not the case.
Thank you. They're making it seem like, yo, they making it seem like, yo, R.Kelly the one that cooked up the fake IDs for them, gave it to them and told them, yeah, this is what you need to do. We just like come on,
like he was the one paying off court officials and things of that nature.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I have to say this, and no disrespect to my nephew Dean Douglas, but I want us to always keep in mind, and I've seen this on other platforms, and people do this. Anytime you mention Mr. Kelly in this whole scenario, it's my belief that it's a couple of things I'm hearing from people. The people who are speaking, either in their proximity or them personally, you know what I mean? Or of course they have children and it hit a nerve. They're being deceived, they're being gaslighted, they're being used. You know what I mean? Oh, well, he might be guilty, but he must be guilty of something. Then that tells me there must be some unresolved issue that you have not addressed yourself personally. Follow me, Jeff, because if you've been healed, if you're on the path of healing, if you're on the path of trying to be the best version that you can be while you're on this planet Earth, you're growing. If you want goodness, if you try to learn from your mistakes, you follow what I'm going, Brother Jeff? Then
Absolutely.
even if you hear some outlandish stuff, you able to be unbiased and have a balance and want to see the facts, and you're not going to be swayed easily by your emotions and your feelings.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that's not how the law works. A lot of people don't even know exactly what his charges are and what they entail. They have
Right.
no because of the stuff that come out of their mouth. Like he's not even charged with that.
Right. What they're really outraged about is something that would be handled in a state court, would be considered as statutory rape.
Right.
If you look at statutory rape in the state of Illinois, by him not having a criminal background and anything of that nature, he would have been, served. He already got time considered served, as far as I'm concerned, because mistaking of identity in the state of Illinois is a law. They don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, they're not going to talk about that.
And that's exactly what happened here. Anybody that was under the age of consent. So if this man was somebody that was targeting underage women, why would they have to lie about their age?
And then another thing, to break it down, you got Brother Muse, Uncle Muse. Let me check this out. To break it down to even more simpler terms, the age of consent in Chicago is 17. So if he did engage with a 17-year-old in Chicago, that's legal. So people keep talking about he was up at Kentwood High School messing with high school girls. Okay, let's say he was 20, 21, 22 at that time. That's perfect. If he was at that high school dating 17-year-old, that's perfectly legal. And then if he still was statutory raping people, which I ain't saying that's right at all, that's still not defined in terms of him being a pedophile neither.
Right.
A pedophile is someone that messes with kids that preteen.
You know why they don't want to talk about that? Because it's holding a mirror up to what they're saying. It's holding a mirror up. You say use the law. We talking about the law. The law is the age of consent is 17. The age of consent is 17 in the state of Illinois. And if this young lady was 17, she was of the age. That's the law.
Hold on.
And Jennifer made that perfectly clear.
Hold on. We giving too much game out not to have 100 likes in the chat, bro. We've been giving too much free game. Y'all go buy weed from everybody else. Shit, man, buy from us over here. It's 420. Get some of the weed we giving out over here, man. Hit that like button. You ain't never got no weed for a like. Come on, man. Keep it real, man. We should have been at 100 likes soon we started. Come on, man. Let's get 10 more likes. 10 more likes, man. I know y'all. Hey, look, y'all want to be over there on them channels.
Hit the like button.
Y'all want to be on them channels with a content creator all in the chat, all on the panel, dancing, begging for cash. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the like button if you're going to get some 12 play this weekend.
Hit the like button Hey, if you trying to get some forced labor, hit that like button.
hit that like button. Hit that like button if you know Tim Savage got a fucked up ass curve.
Man, he cut his hair, bro. Y'all made him cut.
Big Bot, I'll tell you, Big Bot made that man cut his hair.
How much kind of you got to put on somebody, Lil Mac, to make them cut their hair, man?
Lady Earth B, I've been on for.
You see,
I've been on for an hour and a half. Wow. She don't even seem like
Big
it.
Bot, what Pimp C said in that song? Cut that monkey shit off. You're embarrassing us.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen him on there. I said, this fool to cut his hair. Lil Mac, he even got rid of the part, man. I say, God damn.
Damn, we was on his ass. He got rid of that Bluetooth, that damn Bluetooth device too. Like he on his damn phone trying to get in contact with a lock lizard. That dude funny, man. With that big ass suit on.
Let me see what
that
we
big
at
ass JC
now.
Penney suit on.
Let me see where we at now. We was at 90. Come on, man. I know we at 100 now. Man, I know y'all fuck with Big Vibe, man. Okay. We at 104. Let's go.
Let's go. You think Alice Clare is an unfit parent?
Right. We should have 1,000 likes. Even this shit came up.
2,000 likes.
This was testimony. And according to the text message, this shit didn't check out.
Hey, fam.
What up with that? What's in the crock pot, man? Goddamn, Lex, what's in the crock
pot? I got plenty in the crock pot, but I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of the ingredients I want to add to it. One of the things you brought up, you asked a question about the things that have been debunked or whatever the case may be. And one of the things that I want to bring up that I don't think anybody thought about yet is within the text messages they said that they couldn't locate their daughter. Just the Claras I'm talking about. So the hotel scene has been debunked already. And I sat back and I thought about it. I said, okay, everybody got supposedly have an iPhone. The mother and the daughter, they texting each other and whatnot, copying and pasting. And I said to myself, if you're looking for your daughter that bad and you can't find her, and y'all got iPhones, shit, you know what iPhones do? Shit.
Yeah. Find their location. Track them down. You're right, Lex.
Put that location on our ass and go get it.
But see, you know what, Lex? Hold on. See, when you do the shit like this, Lex, hold on. When you do shit like this, you had to come up with lies like that.
It do happen. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? Because you got to establish a certain thing. You got to establish some fear in that female in order to get that respect. You must establish that. And she's going to try you to see if you qualified to get that respect from her. So it's going to bring some fear. And what I'm saying is, violence, you know what I mean, and it's something that don't have to.
Man, I seen somewhere that Angelo Clary said they finna get a big platform finna interview them. What the fuck can they say now? What can y'all? Why y'all even
Lil Mac,
embarrass themselves?
Lil Mac, what are they gonna say? We the one that actually put her on a fishing rod and threw her over there to him?
I want to see this. People gonna drag the fuck out of it. Go on and do it. Y'all going to do the interview. These people finna drag the pure hell out of y'all. What can y'all say? This was in a fucking federal trial.
They gonna say Kels had one of his handlers broke inside the courtroom and fixed the transcript.
See what goddamn that guy over there, her better half, he had a goddamn guy in the inside, goddamn ass phone and was texting our ass phone. See, that what was. I ain't knowing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Tim them is the one that tried to put they do it all. It wasn't us. It was us. These were for clowns, man.
He sounds just like
then you got that.
Don't be calling me no nigga, Lo. Hold on. Now, don't be calling me no nigga.
In the drinking program. Let me put your wife in the drinking program. Y'all can get them pills. Y'all on them pills real fucking bad. Dude, don't play with me.
Y'all saw y'all daughter. Y'all saw y'all daughter. Y'all saw y'all daughter.
I ain't saw my daughter. You the daughter. Ain't you the man that had you got them daughter on the camera doing the intervention? her goddamn sex life and Felicio. Don't fucking play with me. And I hope Tasha K husband beat your ass. He gonna beat your motherfucking ass. I told you the wife ain't gonna smoke you. I ain't gonna smoke. My problem was with fucking motherfucking Kelly. I ain't had no fucking problem with no motherfucking body else. No, my motherfucking problem with all motherfucking Kelly. I ain't had no problem with nobody motherfucking else. Yeah,
Lo,
y'all
you
put
heard
that
the man
defamation on
threaten
my.
me, Lo. No, you heard the man threaten me, Lo.
Stop, Tim. Y'all putting motherfucking defamation on my wall, talking all that shit, talking about the damn text message, when y'all know dude had her texting ass to pretend to be here.
Y'all
Be
sold
Alice.
y'all daughter.
Come on,
Y'all
it came
sold
out in the
y'all daughter, Lo.
transcript. I ain't sold nothing, Tim. Don't play me, Tim. I will fucking expose you. I will fucking expose you, Tim.
What about text message?
Fucking
Ask
play me,
Angela
Tim.
that.
I will expose you, nigga. You was trying to fuck Cash Jones. You ain't talking about that shit. When you was on the phone with me, being that fat ass Don Russell, and Don Russell fat ass told you that your wife, your wife was in the fucking bathroom with R.Kelly, but you motherfucker out. I ain't gonna tell what's going on. Talk about that. Talk about how R.Kelly fuck your wife. Talk about how R.Kelly fucked your wife. And talk about how you abused and beat your wife. How about you? How about that time you told me you slept your wife? No, Tim, you got that motherfucking man Don Russell sitting his fat ass on that phone, and he said that your wife fucked R.Kelly, and you didn't say a damn thing about it.
My wife ain't slept with no R.Kelly. My wife ain't slept with no R.Kelly, nigga.
Lil Mac, you sound just like son.
Yeah, he do. That's how that joker be talking too, man.
Man, them niggas is, man, I can't wait to R.Kelly, man. I know he might be pissed off, but it's some humor in the bullshit that they did. Like, it's funny as fuck. But to go through it, I can understand it's not so funny. But at some point when he go back and hear these arguments between Tim and this fool, man, these niggas is crazy. Mason heard you threatened me on the phone with Mason. No, I ain't sending no innocent man to jail. Lo, the nigga, the police got the phone record, Lo. They got the phone record. You was on the phone.
man. Hey, Dean, I got two new names for Angelo and Tim. They Chuck and Rufus. Trapped in the closet. That's their new name, Chuck and Rufus. Cam's like Chuck and Rufus.
Facts.
Hey, you hold on, because this nigga ain't got away either. He ain't got away.
Fold in up what you get with me.
Bro, you happy about giving people
Nigga,
that
you know how much motherfucking money they gave me for that?
How much?
$200.
Tell me why your name in R.Kelly paperwork.
What you say, my boy?
Progress, where you at, man? Come on live, bro. I need me a good laugh. That goddamn progress.
Man, I'll be there.
Yo, what you call it? It's really true. What's his name? Ain't Azrael Pops?
No, man.
No, that ain't her.
Lo ain't her daddy, man.
No, not her
about that girl, man. He was talking about that girl ass and kids on live. Talking about the kids. She got that big ass and them kids from her mom.
I think he's been there since
about your daughter. Who look at that?
Then she tried to lie. Ass lied and said that R.Kelly made her wrote this letter. And how the fuck is this letter verbatim with the goddamn text message if he made you wrote it?
Man, who gonna go through all that trouble though, man?
Your mama told you, make sure you got a lock on your phone and don't never sit it down without it being unlocked. So how can R.Kelly get you to write a letter that's verbatim with these fucking text messages?
Hey, y'all know what crazy, man? Why the fuck he thinking he finna have face some charge at this time? Okay, what I need y'all to do is
Thank you,
Azrael, whoever else was staying with him at that time. I need y'all to sit down and write a letter just in case they come after me. And all these fucking females of age. Like, that shit don't even make fucking sense. Worst case scenario, if he did do something, this shit should be handled in goddamn, like, regular court, low level court. Like, all these charges are some fucking goddamn misdemeanors. If you take the RICO and racketeering away, it's bullshit. He wouldn't even get 5 years for the shit they trying to accuse him of.
Yo, Lil Mac, I'm 1,000,000% sure if you said 5-10 years ago, yeah, R.Kelly's gonna be in jail. You probably just thought maybe for some bullshit, little stupid shit. The world would have never thought we'd have saw R. Kelly in federal custody at that. So for them to sit there and say, yo, he made them write these letters, like, come on. Like,
you know the crazy thing about it is, man, the reporters was thinking this man, they was reading the transcript and shit. They thought this man was gonna get off. They was coming out saying, I seen lawyers and attorneys, man, that was on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, Twitter, saying that his case was fucking weak. They was talking shit about this case. They were just dogging this case. Said these accusers sound like they were liars and how the fuck this man get 30 years?
Yo.
Yeah, I'm ready to
So
see
forgot.
Lawyer respond to the brief. And another guy, I seen a couple guys, a couple lawyers that got YouTube channels that they was talking about most of the motions and stuff that came out. So I would love to hear their take on it, because the whole thing is, though, the biggest thing is this. I mean, what commenced to, we really can look at this as a Brady violation, what took place, because the prosecution knowingly withheld evidence that would have shown that R. Kelly was innocent. They purposely did it. They purposely held that evidence back, and they put forth bad act evidence. They didn't go with the paperwork, the paper evidence. They went with the what Miss Angie Walker always say, testimony is evidence. So they rather with the testimony versus the proof.
Right, but then the crazy thing about
it evidence,
how the fuck the jury believe these? The jury was about to pay for, because ain't no way in hell, somebody that can think for themselves, got a clear mind. I'm finna convict this man on James Doe number 5 testimony when she said, I ain't say that. The government said that.
The government said that.
And then she came back and went 4 or 5 times. You send a common sense to tell your goddamn self you engaged in sex with a man that's known, you know what I'm saying, that's on the road, got a lot of women, and you failed to protect yourself. Why should I charge him? You know what I'm saying? Then not only that, it came out in court that she tried to put the same charge on somebody down there in Texas. So how we don't know that you gave it to him? Yeah. It's no way this man.
He go another thing.
But
Lady Earth B said not no nephew name, but in the text messages stated R. Kelly nephew George is nephew, and George two different people. Right. So she knew all of this. She knew all of this shit. But at the same time, this girl purposely, she was scorned. Like you say, from what R. Kelly said in the jail in that phone recording, when she overheard the messages between him telling Greenberg that he wasn't finna leave Joy for her, at that point, it was over with. She had already made her mind up that she was finna go do whatever these people asked her to do. And she went made up all these bullshit. And the shit that she couldn't remember is when she was saying the government said. Right. That's just like you go to Chicago. You ain't finna tell me them dumbass girls in Chicago wrote some goddamn victim impact statement with all them big ass words in it. Ain't no fucking way.
That's not the one coming to talk about some damn hypnotic.
Facts.
And then the crazy thing about this is,
or the one could add her age.
When we don't know what's going on inside this man's home, and from the outsides of looking in, my personal opinion, I don't think Kels never was intentionally going to make Azrael his main chick, because for one, she come with a lot of stress. You tell how she be snapping and going off, and how she would just talk to her reckless about changing the days. He wasn't gonna leave Josh, because Jocelyn is humble. She come off as sweet, and you know what I'm saying, caring, sensitive. As well, when you got her, she's feisty and popping off at the attitude. He probably was in love with both of those girls, but he was never gonna leave Josh, because she's somebody that's humble and sweet. Yeah. At the end of the day, you want to come on to something like that. You don't want to come on to a fucking headache.
Facts. But you know, so crazy,
Tim,
Lil
you
Mac.
need to fix this shit, man. You need to fix this shit, man.
I'm done. So when I come out, when I say I'm tired, When
You
Savage,
call
I'm telling you,
TMZ.
man, I would lie my damn wife over this. When you call, when the Savage call his brother, that's
Tim,
it.
Tim, that's
Tell
your wife,
Rob,
Tim.
tell
Hey,
Rob,
Tim, at the end of the day, that's still
he can
your
have
wife.
my daughter.
At the end of the day, that's still your wife.
He got a wife for life. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this motherfucker R.Kelly. I'm done with my daughter.
Tim,
I'm done with this fucking shit, man. I love my
you
fucking
talking
wife.
about? What you talking about? I got a daughter. I lost mine. I wish every day, not damn day. I wish I could see my daughter and talk to my daughter,
Tell
have a
Rob he
relationship
got a
with my
wife for
daughter.
life. I'm gonna continue to make my millions.
Who was that speaking though? I forgot who was that speaking. I never know who that was speaking.
Don Russell.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I need you to you go to TMZ, call TMZ. They're gonna put some money in your pocket. I already got the Clarence on board. So I need for you to call them people. I need you to put out a statement, Tim, and let them know, look, I fucked up, whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You need to make that shit right.
Don Russell out this motherfucker acting like he Suge Knight or some goddamn body.
Right.
He pissed poor man
talking
that
about
Kels, he lost some money. No, Kels
talking-
didn't ask you to do shit, bro.
talking
I was
about
trying to get, I ain't gonna lie though. Y'all was on that nigga ass longer than me. I was trying to get a nigga the benefit of the doubt. Like, man, this man might be Kels' friend, but that nigga right there,
Lil
that
Mac,
fat Pillsbury though motherfucker pissed me off in that damn interview. I don't know
Lil
what
Mac,
the fuck he was talking about.
Lil Mac, she talking about Don the Muscle. What fucking muscle? Don ain't put in no work a day in his life. You over there talking about he the muscle.
Man, this man right here, what it was, it came down to Don Russell. I was trying to give niggas benefit of the doubt. I said, maybe this man is for a kill. What tricked me out from this nigga, man, when he did that damn interview, and he said that, how he had it, Kels owe him $300,000 for what? Then he sat there and lied on Aaliyah. This woman deceived talking about Kels had both of them in the bed. Well, damn, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Man, you just pissed that you didn't come up and you end up in fucking jail. See, that's the problem. Motherfuckers want to insert themselves in other folks' business and thought he was going to, what he did is insert himself on, he played his own self. He inserted himself in Kels' business, thought he was going to help him. What he thought he was going to help him a little bit and make some money in the process. Because you heard him on the phone with Tim Savage talking about, man, we got deals shit going on, and this shit's fucking up my ideas. Man, he inserted himself as trying to be something that he fucking wasn't. He ended up get paid, then get what he want. Now he got to do a few years at time. Man, he was a whole ass nigga for trying to throw Kels on the bus like that. And Kels, man, that just let me know Kels didn't have no solid niggas around him, bro. Don Russell, man, that nigga, man, you down bad for that shit, bro. Man,
Lil Mac,
Don a fucking clown, man, for that.
Lil Mac, he did terrible on that interview. When I was just there, I'm really watching this shit. I'm like, yo, I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. Like, you so close, so full. And somebody said something so real, and it made sense to me. It was like, yo, if you just this investor or consultant, but why are you so invested in his personal life if you just there for business?
Right.
Man, I need for R.Kelly when he come home to remix. Right. I need for Swiss Beats to give my boy Kels the clear to remix what these him and Cisco. I need Kels to remix what they really want from a nigga, man. What they really want from me. What they really want from Kels, man. They want the
man, because that proved that you really want that show, man. You really want that interview showed that Don Russell, man, you didn't have this man best interest at heart. Soon the shit got real and shit hit the fan.
Sometimes though, Lil Mac, it be this, man, and this is something that we often see, right? People, and I always compare it to a fight, right? If me and you together, right, and you get into it with somebody, and y'all get to fight, but you my guy. So I'm gonna ask you a question. If me and you together and you fighting another guy, who am I supposed to be grabbing?
Right, you supposed to be grabbing mother that's fighting me.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at a lot of this shit, you can help somebody sometimes, but depending on how you helping them, you can hurt them at the same time. Because if I grab you, now I'm giving the person the opportunity that you fighting to come and hit you, and you can't even defend yourself. Versus me grabbing the person that you fighting and knowing that he can't hit you no more. So when you look at this chaos shit, man, some of these people tried to help, but they overexerted themselves to the point to where, hey, you look suspect now. You made yourself a suspect because you wasn't a suspect from the beginning. So how did you get into this shit when R.Kelly was locked up? You was free.
Right.
He said he invested $300,000. Where's this $300,000? I want to know because
Go back to the choke no joke interview when he said, "I got all of his master recordings. I got that shit tucked away, waiting on him to come home." And he said, "I need 10% of whatever I invested."
Basically, you were trying to extort your. Basically, that sounds like fucking extortion.
Extortion.
I
gave Kerry a watch because Kerry didn't have nothing of his brothers, so I gave him a watch. So to make it look good, but sometimes you can do too much.
My lady just said, who are you to be giving away anything? Right. Like facts. Like who is Don Russell?
Right.
All right, y'all. Let's see. Hey, the phone lines is open, man. What the fuck y'all got to say? Come on, y'all. One caller at a time, man. I'm gonna get off of here at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna get off here at 10 o'clock. The phone lines are open. What the fuck y'all got to say? Texas Black Diamond said I can tell you everything. The phone lines are open. The phone line, the numbers on the screen, and we're gonna respect everyone's opinion, even if it's something that you agree with or disagree with. Guess what? Because that's the type of people we are. We respect everyone's opinion. We just don't deal with the opposition under no form or no circumstances. So phone lines are open. Y'all free to call in.
Texas Black Diamond, call in. Texas.
Yeah, she said she could tell us what went down.
Yeah, call in, Texas Black Diamond.
I wanna party. Let me get my fucking phone. Oh, I got people down here at the bottom waiting to get in. At the bottom. Who is that? Oh, that's Sir Miguel, man. What up, Sir Miguel, man? Come on in this motherfucker. What we drinking on tonight, man? I know it's Thursday. What we drinking on? Uncle Sir Miguel, what's up with it?
Prayers out to Jamie Foxx, you know what I'm saying? He's been
Lady
in his hospital. He's been doing
and who was that? Who was that at the bottom down there? I can't see. Shit.
I think that's you, Sir Miguel.
Is that Provoked Dogs at the bottom down there? Or is that me? On my trip.
That's you. That's you.
That's you.
Huh?
That's you.
Oh, that's me? Lord have mercy, Jesus.
That's you.
Forgive me, man. I'm sorry. Dean, what's going on? I just wanted to tap in real quick, man. Look, as long as R. Kelly's safe in a place where he can get some thorough medical treatment,
yes,
and all that good stuff, man, and that's the most important thing.
Yep.
Second of all, the brief that Bonjean put in, she hit it on all cylinders. So we just have to wait to see what the government say, and then she do her response. At the end of the day, man, we still got a lot of work to do, not just for him, for a whole lot of other people as well. You see the little kid that got shot down there, I think it was in Georgia. They just finally arrest that man for shooting that young man in the head went to the wrong house just to go pick up his siblings. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And there's just a lot going on, man. So we just got to stay prayed up and be mindful, man, the time we in, and don't let the author of confusion, throw you off course. To all the people in the chat, hug your babies, hug your husband or wife, your girlfriend, whoever. try to stay motivated as possible as you can, because at the end of the day, we know hard times gonna come and they're gonna go, but we got to be prepared all the way around. And I just want to add that in there. And again, to Big Vibe for always having these panels for people to come up and express their views and their points and really hitting shit on all cylinders at the end of the day. And much respect to the people on the panel who I love dearly, who I respect, because you all come in with different pedigrees, but at the same time, there's no bullshit, there's no mess, there's no drama, and that's what make this channel special. That's what make each and every last one of you special. And for the people in the chat, shout out to Texas Black Diamond, keep her in your prayers and
Yeah.
things like that. Beautiful woman, solid, always spitting game, don't take no mess, but keep it 100.
Right.
Prayers out to T Glenn as well. Hadn't seen him in a minute, but I just want to say, man, just keep doing your thing, kings and queens, because God gonna need us in the long run. This is a marathon. This ain't a race, homie. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go back in the chat. I love y'all.
Before you
Yes,
go,
sir.
son, let me ask you something, and maybe Dean, you can chime in, nephew as well. I'm kind of confused on something that you said. So with the appeal thing, he still got to wait on the government. What's the government? You said the government prosecuting side to respond. I thought the appeal was something totally different. She got to present it.
See, they're gonna have to respond to her to what she wrote in her brief, because when it's all said and done, let's say the chief just said, okay, we want to hear it. Well, they're gonna go up in front. She gonna speak. They gonna speak, and then the prosecution get to speak again.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
What's more?
Because it's like they gotta still feel, they gotta basically put out their side why they feel their conviction should stand. You get what I'm saying? Like that's they gotta put out like, yeah, why we feel our conviction stand, and then not for nothing, like, yeah, then what you call it, then that after that, after they're back and forth, then it's all up to the three judges after.
Like when the defense goes to the appellate court, they gotta prove their case. They gotta prove how the prosecution unjustly charged him, and how they made errors in their case. So it's on the defense to prove their case this time around. So if the three judges, align and agree with what Jennifer wrote, he either get a new trial, or they'll send it back down to the lower courts and they can work it out, or he can get a new trial, or possibly get overturned. The way Jennifer broke that brief down, I think it should get overturned.
Okay.
What up, Sir Miguel? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Lex?
What's up, Sir Miguel?
Hey, what's up, who's that, Lil Mac?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, that's pretty much how it runs, man. It's gonna be a minute, but I think, like I said, at the end of the day, I think she explained everything that needs to be said in terms of case law, statutes and all that other kind of stuff, and she hit, the nails on the head. And mind you,
just as our opening brief, though, right?
Correct. So when when they respond, she'll have another chance to respond again.
Okay.
I don't think she's actually done just yet. I think she's just giving this, that, and the third, and then whatever they say, she's probably gonna come back with some more, because I don't think she didn't put everything. I don't think she put everything in there that she needs to say just as of yet.
Right. And then there was some errors or something that she had to send back. Because I was watching. Shout out to a view from Tracy Point. I love that one.
She's thorough.
Yeah, she's thorough. She don't, blessing to her. And I was listening to how she was breaking it down. I was able to understand what she was saying. And she gonna do it. She said she's gonna do it and stretch down the videos because of how long it is and stuff. And she's gonna go through the text. So she says 175 pages of that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So we got
I think that first one was more like a rough draft, so she can kind of touch on and see what she needs to work on.
Yeah, but what was a clear violation though? What that should happen will be that the ineffective counsel, because the lawyers didn't even let him come in and even check the jury out and let him pick his jury. They picked him for him.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even aware of that until that came up. You know what I'm saying?
So that's right there. That's big vibe. Then you got all these over uncharged acts. You mean tell me all these uncharged acts and y'all ain't charging with none? They're gonna look at like you overwhelmed the jury and you like basically trying to turn the jury against him by with all like you didn't have the evidence. You just got these people in here speaking bad on him, and that goes for persuade the jury. That's just like the jury coming in there and watching Surviving R.Kelly, and then here comes Jane Doe number 5 and all them coming there giving out their testimony. Of course you're gonna think he's guilty if the jury watched Surviving R.Kelly before
Wait a minute,
the trial start.
Wait a minute. What is this? Who's playing music?
I think Big Fire.
I need for you to do what you doing and put your mic back on mute and chill out.
Well, I can't hear what he's saying.
I'm trying to fix the call-in line. And I got to make sure the phone can play on the microphone so that people can hear the damn caller when they call in. The call-in number, right there. Who gonna call? Somebody just asked for it.
But yeah, that was pretty much my 2 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Again,
you ain't got 3 on you?
Keep God first. Keep God.
Yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way you really need the most. That's the main one.
Hey, keep God first in all you do. But more importantly, be the author of change. Don't be the author of mess.
Let's see what we got.
You know what I'm saying? So handle your business. Handle your business. Like I said, we got a lot more work to do. And support Big Vibe. And shout out to brother Jeff, J Rock. I know they usually be up here and things like that. And let's just continue to stay fast and stay the course.
Big Vibe Opinion. Who we got calling?
Black Diamond. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. We get you probably had to talk up a little bit. I'm not sure if everybody can hear you. I guess you got your sexy voice on tonight. But I need you to shout a little bit.
No, I have to take out. Okay.
Hey, Texas Black Diamond.
How y'all doing? First of all,
can y'all hear?
Happy.
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear. Blessed to you.
All right, I'm gonna shut the hell up and then let Miss Texas Black Diamond spill. Talk a little bit. So Miss Texas Black Diamond, if I got any interjection, I'll say something. But other than that, you got the flow.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want everybody to know that at the beginning, Don Russell was consistent, and I always go by facts. I always get information, and I have other people to look at it and make sure it's legit. And I noticed as time passed and closer is getting for him to turn himself in, he's I was kind of concerned because of his health. He just wasn't sounding good. He was sounding bad. And then, I will check on him. I would check on his mother as well to see how they are doing. But I want people to know this as well, because everybody was like, oh, people riding on Don's, wee and stuff like that. But just remember this: if I didn't have the information that I have to debunk what Don is saying now, but nobody wasn't dealing with Don. And so I have information in which I sent it to Jennifer Bunjean, and I think that's the reason why she put the title "Shut Up" on her. I think it was Twitter. I think.
Okay.
And so I sent her information, and Don is right now it's a retaliation and revenge thing Right. And he is upset, and the things that he was saying does not make any sense, and I have to break that down. I have to go back and get more information so I can remember everything. And I know the last conversation we had, it was a heated argument. And
right, because I remember at one time, if you don't mind me interjecting, because I remember at one point, you know, you and him were like close, you know, because when the I think a time that an indictment came where it was supposed to be, they say that you and him could not be talking around the time that he had got indicted, I think there was, or whatnot. But and like I say, I know that
we were still in communication.
Right. And that's what I was finna say. And I know that you and him were close, and for you to, and I'm gonna step back and say I commend you, because it takes a different type of courage for you to come out and say, well, what he's doing now, I don't agree with that, and I know I got information to debunk that and send it to Jennifer to help Rob. It shows that, you know, because people were saying you were strictly for Dunn and it wasn't about R.Kelly. And for you to help Robert in a situation like this, it kind of show where you stand. And like you said, Dunn is still he's still your friend. But at the same time, you're not gonna allow nobody to do this type of thing out of spite, sort of say.
Yeah, and like I have told him, and I have told everybody, I don't care who it is. It could have been his mother, but if it's wrong, it's wrong. And I think within 4 weeks, you know, I try to, you know, stay in contact and, you know, just, you know, see what's going on and not just talk about him or talk about Robert and their situation, but just to be there as somebody, you know, concerned, because I am that person. I'm not fake. I'm not that fake person in the situation. And even today I was so frustrated, and they had to put me on another anxiety pill.
Okay.
I cursed them out more because I was so agitated, and I don't know, he probably unblocked me by now. But like every time I feel some kind of way, I just be like, but anyway, Jennifer has the information, but I'm gonna just break this down, and I hope everybody can understand this situation, which I'm glad that I stayed in contact with Don. And the stuff that he was saying the last 2 weeks didn't make any sense. And I was telling someone, I said, this doesn't seem like something is going on, and it's just like he's a ticking time bomb.
Right.
Because we were going over the lawsuit. He's dealing with the lawsuit. So he calls me, and he's upset, and he was like, I might need you to testify. I don't understand this shit. You know, he always calling the girl out the name. But like, I used to just tell him, don't do it, but he gonna do it anyway. But, you know, I'm listening at him speak, and he was talking about the Rogers. He was talking about Martinez. He was talking about the bodyguard. They're supposed to be play sister with Andrea Lee.
Okay.
And Lisa Van Allen. And Lisa Van Allen's boyfriend is also in the lawsuit.
Damon Pryor. Which one? Mule or Pryor? Well, which one? What's the boyfriend?
Those boys. It's a new guy. His name is Frederick, I think.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, if you look on my community board, you will see it. But I have not been out.
Thanks for the donation, Trevor. Sorry about that. I'm gonna make sure I acknowledge
it. I haven't been able to speak because of the Clary. They put me in YouTube jail.
What, they put the cease and desist on you, or they struck your channel?
This week, because I dropped a video, and the video was like comparing what Angelo said and the mother, and so I put what he said in the past and then what he said in the future.
Right.
And then I was comparing the stuff like the transcripts, the text messages, and everything like that.
Right.
Everything was coming from the mouth, but basically YouTube was like bullying. I'm like, I never bully anybody. I just point out the lies from the truth, let you hear it from their mouth, and I give my opinion. But bullying, I don't. But every time when I put some factual, like just lay it all the way down to the T,
right,
that's when they try to come in and shut me down. And
because the Clarys,
like
to my understanding, when I heard Don speak, the Clarys was already agreeing to whatever the situation. They were in business with, well, they were in concert with Don, like right off the bat, from what I recall.
No, because I'm gonna keep everything real and honest.
Okay.
Don he's doing what he's doing, but he was not affiliated with the Clarys. The Clarys, if you can remember, the Clarys wanted to know who Don Russell was, because as Yale called them, and I just say alleged, but you know what I'm saying is fact.
So they lied.
Yale was letting them know, well, it's some guy here, you know, doing this and helping. So Don Russell was reaching out to the camp trying to find out who Don Russell, you know, was in there and what he was doing. And what Don Russell did was try to play the Clarys and the Savages so they can go against each other and speak out like they doing now, like they telling on each other. So that's what he was doing. And Cash Jones, if you can remember, Cash Jones actually said that she came into play through Isis. Isis is
Azrael's sister,
Clary's daughter.
Azrael's sister.
Then she mentioned Julius, and then Don mentioned Julius, but I guess I'm supposed to be speaking to Julius so he can tell me what and what. But I heard her say it as well, and I have to show Julius the recording of when Cash Jones said that. So, because I asked Don, like, okay, when Don went on his temper tantrum, but let me start off first. I don't want to get out of order. Okay.
And please let the people understand again the dynamic of you and Don relationship, because I remember you from a way back. I remember when the lady, I guess a lady from that went to church with you, she came out saying that you were crazy and all types. So I've been around listening for a long time.
I didn't go to church with nobody. There was nobody from my church, and people don't even know me from the church because our church is so big.
But there was a story though, right, at one point in time.
There was a story. I broke that down to people like we have a major big church, and matter of fact, we don't even have a organization where they pay your light bills. I'm always seeing people light bills and rent and stuff like that. So I don't need the church to pay my light bill. So why would I get mad? It was dumb. Why would you sue somebody because they didn't pay a light bill? If the church didn't have funds to pay it, why sue?
Right.
Dumb.
Okay, so I just want the people that's listening.
And like I said, what they got to do with Robert Kelly.
Right.
But, it's going to always be somebody somewhere to try to debunk things. But at the time, Don gave a lot of factual information. Okay. And it's always good to keep people close to you, because at the same time, if just say nobody wants to deal with Don, and everybody said he was a snake, he was this and he was that. So if just fast forward now, Don did what he did. Now I'll break it down. I'll tell you why I think he did it. And but if I didn't have what I have to debunk what he's saying now, then who will have it? No one.
Right.
Okay? It'll be like, and so you want to know how I met the same how I met
but just not just for me, it just to clear the context for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can understand that you had a personal relationship.
I did the same way I ended our last conversation the same way I met him by cussing him out. And I was tipsy at that time. And so he was like, I'll call you in the morning, because he was like, who the F is you? And I'm like, this is Texas Black Diamond. I don't appreciate you, because I was asking about the $1 million. I'm like, it's already a lot of stuff going on, and you doing this. So we talked, and he broke it down, and he explained to me. And I'm the type of person I want to give a person an opportunity to speak. And we as his supporters will always say, nobody's coming out to speak on his behalf, and nobody's speaking up for him. So I'm like, okay, let me speak to you, and you just break this down and let us know. Don has always like keep it real, and we kept it real with each other. And I listened to him, and all the information that I received from him. I have a judge friend. I have a lawyer friend, and I have them look over things and make sure everything is genuine. I just didn't like how things went down with the YouTube community when they went in and they made these phone calls and tried to insert Don Russell and get him in trouble. Because what I was saying, when you guys do that, only thing they're going to do is point to Robert. Like, everybody points to Robert, you know? And it's not a good look for Robert, you know? And so what was good about it, I had all the information, and that's why I was telling people, like, don't worry, because they cannot collide Don Russell with Robert, because all the information I have show everything was done by the book. Attorneys. Like, okay, get this information together and send it to my attorney. I'll sign off on it so y'all can send it to the attorney. Don is like a business person, right? Okay. I'm a business person, so I do understand business. So this is him, like, Don is like, okay, this is my opportunity. You know, I help him, and I'm gonna show him that, you know, I'm there. I will, you know, be down for him. And, you know, you had a lot of managers will go and try to use Robert's name like everybody else, use the R.Kelly name and try to get deals, backdoor deals, and get deals from promoters. Okay, I got R.Kelly for you. I'm his manager. And set up these concerts, and Robert can be somewhere playing basketball and not even knowing that he has a concert, right, or a show or something. So at this time, that's one of the situations that's happened. So Don wants to be this good guy and try to get a tour bus, hotels, and stuff like that for Robert and his team for this show. So fast forward, you know, Robert always have these listening parties on Friday. So Don was like, you don't have any money to do this. You feeding these niggers. Stop feeding these niggers. They don't give a blank about you. And hell, you know, so Don Russell started going by pizza and cheap liquor for the parties. And so I'm getting more and more information, and I see that Robert was doing everything by the book. And I specifically asked Don, like, over and over. I said, let me ask you this, you know. I said, off the record, I said, have you ever seen Robert with any underage woman, female, underage female? He said, I have never seen this man with an underage female. Never. I have never. I said, you sure you never seen? I said, because I want to hear it from you, because I don't want one day you come back and say something totally different. Right. I said, so, you know, I try to keep everything that my tipsters tell me. I try to keep it unless I have to say something, you know. I'm not the type of person looking for exclusive and, you know, going out trying to rat on somebody.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm trying to get this, gain his trust. And so he was like, I've never seen it. He was like, shit. He said that motherfucker treat him just like queens. He's like, hell, he can't even pay his goddamn bills taking care of these motherfuckers. That's how he said it.
Right.
And he was like, he said, and I'm telling Rob, let these motherfuckers go. Hell, you can't even take care of yourself. Let these women go. You got business to take care of. They was working on cigar deals, get his own, R.Kelly brand of cigars, his R.Kelly liquor. They was working on trying to get, endorsements for him and stuff like that. Don found out all these people that were stealing from Robert. And it was 2 weeks before Robert was locked up. They were to go to the attorney and get lawsuits on all these people that actually, stole his money.
Right.
From him.
So is that where the octopus come from? That web that they showed? Or was that something different?
It came from the other guy. The guy that was around Jesse Smollett that night. Well, not Jesse, not that night, but he deals with Justice Smollett. He was dealing with Justice Smollett. I have a picture, but I don't have all the information. These people's name in front of me, so forgive me on that.
Okay.
But everything that he was saying from the beginning has been fact. But so let me fast forward. So
and you ain't got to put it all. Let me ask you something right quick.
I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put it out there because I want people to understand. This is somebody that's acting out of revenge and retaliation, and the stuff that he was saying didn't make any sense. And I just called him out on that. Like we were cussing each other out. Like I didn't give a shit.
Right.
The conversation before our last conversation, we talked about the lawsuit. And so he was like, I don't understand this shit. Now all of a sudden you have these efforts, they 30 minutes talking to a psychiatrist on the phone, 30 minutes, they have PTSD because of the premiere. And at first it was on Robert, everything was Robert. And so now they trying to put it all off on me. So the lawsuit is $50 million. It's Robert's name's on it as well as Don. But he's saying that now they're trying to point it all on him. And I said, well, you the one got your ass up, still got your ass, up on the platform talking about what you got. I said, you was the one saying it. I said, and I told you then, like, stop running your mouth because people watching you. And he said, I never said that. I'm like, yes, you did. You said it on my platform. And even though a person said, when you look up Don, it's like $15 million,
right.
That doesn't mean that a person is worth $15 million, okay? So they saw that. And so he was getting up, he was just like, this don't make any sense. So he would call and tell me, about what they said in court and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. But it's just like he was losing it. So then I get a phone call. He had to downgrade. Like, he was like, oh my God. He said, thank goodness I had enough sense to pay my card, payments up to I think he said 18 months and stuff like that. He said nobody wanted to do business with me. He said I have my girl, she trying to run this business. She don't even know what the F she's doing, and I'm losing everything. So another phone call I get, he's mad, and I thought he was having a panic attack. He was talking about how it was going in court, and he was talking about the judges and things like that. And he was like, I'm sick of this shit, everything is on me and stuff like that. I was like, just pray about it or whatever. He's like, I lost every fucking thing. So he had to downgrade his house. He's downgrading his house. he said the people that he's doing business with asking, saying to him, why, R.Kelly hasn't cleared your name. And I told him, I'm like, Robert's fighting for his life just like you fight for yours, but Robert has 30 years. He's fighting for his life. So how can he, mention your name? I thought y'all can't mention each other's name. Oh, he can mention my MF name and yada yada. I'm like, no,
right, but so how?
You said it on my live that you couldn't mention his name.
Right, and I got a question because if I remember when the message came out between him and the mama said that he was doing things without Robert's permission. He had done another thing. He had done something else without the permission of Robert. And he was like, well, I just wanted to talk to me. And it was like, well, you better hope he talked to you after this. And it was about one of the incidents that took place or whatever the situation may be. And I'm not saying that, like I was just explaining before you called, I don't say the person don't have good intention, but sometimes you can do too much. You could insert yourself too much to where it turns into a problem, And now, like you said, I'm glad that for you to come out and clear like what you not agreeing with what he doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if
so
it was,
I'm gonna break it down to you guys, and I see somebody in here, but this is your channel, and I'm just gonna, mind my own business, and not worry about what nobody's saying, because some of y'all, it is what it is, because I don't care. I don't worry about screen names. I know what I know, and I have no reason to lie about anything. I don't gain nothing out of these. Only thing I have gained was a headache, PTSD, stress, and everything else from the BS.
And I said it before you came on too. We got to be respectful, and we gonna respect people's opinion regardless of how we feel about it or not, whether we agree with it or not.
This what I see what somebody said. He said somebody sent me the screen shot. I was in physical therapy at the time, so I didn't have time to look at it. But let me just break it down for you guys and let y'all know that this is a bunch of hearsay, and that Don is just upset and temper tantrum, and the closer he is getting for him to turn himself in, he's mad. But when somebody sent me the clip about this interview, I went to Don, and I'm like, what the F is this? What is F is this? Because the conversation before that, he said he had a plan. When we were talking about the lawsuit and stuff like that, he said, I have a plan. I said, okay. I said, you have a plan? I said, okay. I said, stop running your mouth, I said, because, people, nosy and whatever the case may be, whatever. So him having a plan over this lawsuit. So then I get the information about this interview. And so that's when I reached out to him, and I'm like, what the F is this? Like, this doesn't look good. And it was something that he told me. He was talking to me about. It didn't make any sense. And he blamed Robert for everything. And so that's why I was able to tell, he was Rob R.Kelly. And he said when I was trying to take up for him and say this and that about him, she just jumped up and was like, he's not innocent. He is not innocent. Started telling him about them and stuff. I said, this is hearsay, and it sounds like shit that she, took bits and pieces out of, like, to run the page. And I said, that's bullshit. I said, so why in the world, out of all people, you just happen to run into this one person? I said, because it wasn't a 5, it's supposed to have been 4. I said, so just stop it. So our last conversation, when somebody sent me the second clip, that's when I called him. And then he returned my call. I was actually driving, and that's when I started cursing him out, and we was going back and forth and stuff like that. And then he was like, he basically is more like, Robert didn't try to clear my name. Robert didn't give me my $300,000. I'm sitting here, have to downgrade and stuff like that. And I'm like, right now, you sounding like these females, these angry females that's mad because they didn't get what they wanted.
Right.
And I said, now you blaming Robert. I said, what? I said, first you was on the phone talking about it was Faith Rogers' mother that messed up your deal, your court thing, because you could have had a I think he said probation. I said, Robert didn't tell you to go and talk to Tim Savage. Robert didn't tell you to go and deal with Cass Jones. I said, Robert didn't tell you to go talk to the Clarys. I said, you inserted yourself in this. I said, your job was to come in and find the money. And I said, when all this stuff came into play, you should have just stepped back and did what you were supposed to have been doing, finding the money trail and leaving that up to Robert and his team. But you tried to come in because you had business deals going and you was trying to get business deals going, and Tim Savage was messing up your business deal. Then you want to go in and you want to play Captain Favor. Wow. And so now you're upset. I said, it's not Robert's fault. I said, how you expect for Robert to try to clear you when he can't even clear himself right now? Robert can't even speak for himself. Absolutely. No, he got his F and A on them lives talking about them F and B's and all this and that and talking about the BOP, and all he had to say was, Don Russell is not my manager. I said, wait a minute, what the fuck wrong? Because you saying he needs to say Don Russell not the manager. I said, but you got clear as fucking day on this damn interview. It has R.Kelly, former manager. I told them to take that shit down. But what they were saying is more attraction. I said, so tell me this. What in the hell are you gaining off this right now? Why now? What are you gaining? I said, because he said, I ain't gaining either. I got to go turn myself in in 2 weeks. I said, so tell me what the fuck are you gaining? By getting over here saying some hearsay shit. No. I'm telling you, Texas. I got somebody gave me the information and where Robert sat there and told them people that I was dealing with him since 2008. I said, that's a damn lie. I said, Robert ain't even talked to nobody. I said, he ain't even talking for himself. So where do you get the information from? He says, I think it was something from the court records. He was talking about the court records. I said, so are you telling me somebody called you and read something from the court records? You didn't get it yourself. You normally get stuff yourself. I said, do you think all this stuff that people are saying to you? I said, why you haven't tried to reach out to Keith or Rob? I tried to reach out to Rob. I tried to reach out to him. I said, okay. But Robert can't reach out to you. He barely can speak to, his attorneys. He doesn't have it luxury where he can call all these people that you're doing business with, your partners, and get on the phone with them and say, Don Russell not wasn't my manager. Don Russell wasn't my manager. I said, doesn't make sense to you.
Right.
Like, no. But he could have got on there and said that. I said, I'm not understanding what you're talking about. I said, you're all over the place right now, Don. And the shit you're saying does not make sense. And the shit you're saying is hearsay. The shit that you said on this interview is hearsay. You wasn't there. I said, you have told me you never seen him with any underage girl. Leah. Well, I'm putting all the stuff together, 2 and 2. I said, in 2 weeks before you turn yourself in, 2 weeks before you turn yourself in, and you're mad at Robert. You're saying the people saying Robert don't want to speak to you. I'm telling you, Texas. The person he was doing the interview with said that Robert told them not to mention my name. I said, how you know that?
Oh, hearsay.
Somebody told you, huh? Somebody told you, huh? So you're saying because Robert didn't mention your name, you don't have your $300,000. He didn't clear you, and we already know damn well you're not his fucking manager, and you mad. This is what you mad about now. Two
right.
weeks before you go in, I said basically what you're trying to do. I said this is retaliation. This ain't no retaliation. I don't care what you say. I'm like, no. I said this is retaliation and revenge. I said because you're mad because you didn't get a response from Robert over your money. I said at the same time you said that you gave him this money. Pieces. Let me tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you about this ML. He, goddamn it, when we spent our money and worked and tried to help him with his show, I counted this motherfucking money out for him. I could have got my fucking money. That motherfucker got that motherfucking money and went and splurged them motherfucking y'all TCHs with it, didn't pay us, didn't pay the motherfuckers that helped them with the show, didn't give me my goddamn money. I said, well, you counted it out. Why you didn't sit there when you counted out to him and say, hey, buddy, I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to get this. And depending on how much he had, I'm gonna get 50,000 out of this. Your next show, I'm gonna get another 50,000. Here's your receipt. For whatever.
Right.
I said, but you did this trying to prove to Robert, hey, I got your back, and I'm gonna do this. I said, he didn't tell you to swipe your black card. You could have went to Robert and said, hey, I know you got something in here of value that we can try to sell so we can go ahead and get you a tour bus or get a spreader or whatever. I said, hell, when we used to do shows and we didn't have enough money, people got their own damn cars and we just went going,
Right.
So you didn't have to do that. Like the stuff you did, you chose to do it. He didn't force you to do these things. So now you're mad because I said, look at it as an investment that you lost, okay? Because you could have got it before when you heard all these rumors. And I said, that he wasn't messing around with underage girls because you, as well as Lily and other people, know what Azriel said to Robert when Azriel was an adult. She told Robert. She sat there and you said it too. So I know it's true because I know you, another person that told me don't even deal with you. So Azriel tells Robert, sits on the couch and tell Robert, if I tell you this, you're going to be mad at me. Then Robert looked at her and said, no, if you don't tell me, I'm going to be mad. And this is when all the allegations were coming and her dad and Tim was out trying to put stuff out there.
So can you tell me the year? Can you tell me the year of that? What year was that?
I don't have all the information. I don't have the information in front of me, but let's just say 20. It was 2019.
So she would have been when she told him. And I want to say, and I'm asking
between 2018, 2019 because
she was well grown By the time that she told him.
She was grown.
Okay, then.
She was grown. So what she was trying to tell Robert, because I guess the smoke was coming, all the information was coming, and so I guess she figured like the text messages that's out now, it was gonna get into wind. So like, okay, all of this coming out, like the feds after him. So that's when she looked at Robert and told Robert, when we first met, I wasn't 18.
Wow.
I was 17.
And at this time, she's like 19 years old.
That's when she got slapped. And I said, okay, check this out. I said, so think about it. I said, this man was trying to do things by the book, right? By the law with a female. And then you with somebody that's lying to you, conning you, using you. And I said, this man was so infatuated with underage girls, why did he act the way he did? Why did he act out? That's when they sent her home. But he said, he told her, he said, okay, let me talk to my attorney so I can see what I need to do. But at that time, he was in love with her.
But she was, from what you were just saying, from the encounter in 2018 or 19, she would have either been. So in 2015, she said she was 18 when she was actually 17.
Yeah.
So in 2018, she would have been 19 going on 20. So when
she was in the house giving hell. She was giving all these people hell. She Dominique couldn't stand her. Dominique text, I don't have her exact words with me, but I do have her text messages where she was saying that she was upset with Robert because he put Adriel first. And so she said, and Dominique also said that, Robert, as every couple, you have your ups and downs, you have your arguments and stuff like that, but Azriel's lying and he is not, that type of person, and things like that. But I kept telling Don, like, you're wrong. And I said, basically what you're doing, you're upset now and you're trying to blame Robert because you're going to jail. He's like, no, but check this out. He didn't try to give us the money. He's splurging on these, H's, C's and H's, and he didn't give us our money, and stuff like that. So I said, okay, think about it, right? I said, everybody was saying that Robert was treating these girls like dogs, right? These women like dogs. I said, he chose the girls over his buddies, right? I said, so this right here shows that he was not doing anything to harm these women. He wanted these women to have a good time and enjoy themselves. And so whatever it took for them to enjoy themselves, he did it. Not even paying y'all, right? And so we was back and forth cursing and yada yada. Mm-hmm. And I said he didn't. I said Robert didn't rape anybody. I didn't say that. I said he's not a predator. I didn't say that. I said this girl that you was claiming that's a successful, realtor. I said ain't shit wrong with her. I said she was able to grow up, get her real estate license, do good in real estate. You said she's married, and I'm like, what the hell you doing with her anyway when you saying she's married and you're married? He's like, no, that was a long time ago. I said, that's bullshit. I remember what you told me. I'm like, you didn't even say that. I said, it's a damn lie. I said, so stop lying and trying to change stuff. I said, it's 2 weeks now. Why 2 weeks? I said, Robert, appeals coming up. I said, these text messages come up. I said, look at these text messages. I said, that right there proves to you that these women was lying. I said, they was running to him. He wasn't running to them. I said, if they got laid, they just got laid. I said, he didn't force anybody to do anything. I said, these people lying about their ages. I said, you even know it yourself. And everything that you said is a bunch of BS. And you're wrong.
And another thing
it was a long conversation, so I'm not going to go a whole hour and 30 minutes of what we was talking about. But it was a heated conversation. And everything he's saying out of revenge and retaliation. He is upset because I feel like his wife, because he had to downgrade their home and they were moving at the same time we were talking. And I'm like, okay, I feel like his wife got in his ear, talked about him, was mad at him. You sitting up here and you got in all this mess, and you can't even get your money back, and we got to down.
But him and what's her name? The woman.
Leaving us and your son, and I just feel like it's a woman in his ear, and he kind of feel like. But I told him, you're not gonna gain anything out of this, because at the end of the day, watch everybody that tried to do harm to this guy. And I said, if you feel like, I said, think about it. I said, Robert was the one. And I said, he is the victim. He was the one.
I agree. Can you say it again louder, Texas Black Diamond? Robert was the victim of these people around him. You know, he was a victim of his own heart and kindness for people that allowed a lot of different things to go on. Even a woman that supposed to been, paid the bail money, she came back mad at him, when I
don't understand it. That's what I told him. I said, I don't understand. I said, because he is R.Kelly, the brand R.Kelly. I said, he's still a human being. I said, this man has gone through a lot. 8 years old, being molested. You can say raped by a man. I said, this man got a lot going. I said, he's fighting for his life. And I said, just think about it. I said, you're upset. I said, you could have been sitting right there with Robert and got 30 years. I said, what fucking more do you want from this man? I said, this man has gone through so much. All you had to do was leave it to God. You don't know what blessings that God had for you when you made it out of those, open those doors to come out of prison.
Yeah, because I was taught.
You don't know what God had for you.
I was taught something.
About $300,000 that you did on your own. I said, but you don't know what God has for you. I said, this ain't nothing but the devil. And he told me, he said, I don't deal with the devil. I said, this ain't nothing but the devil. I said, the devil comes in all shapes and forms. And I said, you let people play you. I said, I guess you let people play you. I said, because I don't understand it. Why you didn't reach out to Keith? Even though you and Keith has, got a situation going, you should have told him, man, I'm getting ready to go to prison. I got 2 more weeks. I had to downgrade. I need something, so I can make sure that my family is secure. I said it's a right way or a wrong way to do some things. And what Dunn.
So this is last week right free?
Now, let me tell you real quick. What Dunn is doing right now is to say, you didn't want to respond to me, Robert. You didn't want to respond to me. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna make you respond. So what you winning out of this? Nothing.
But that sound like to me, Texas Black Diamond. That sound like to me the same thing that Demetrius did. He said he wanted to talk to Robert, and he was asking. If you recall, he said he wanted McDavid to give him $1 million, and he wouldn't talk to the people. But he never got the money, so he said, well, he participated because Robert wouldn't talk to him. Like, why do so many people blame this man when he the one who's going through it?
Well, I asked him, what are you gaining? I said, because a lot of people already hate you on Robert Sylvester Kelly's side. I said, do you think the ops going to be there for you and help you and do something for you? I said, then your business. I said, are you doing this because of your business? To show them that, hey, I'm not. He said, I stopped dealing with him a long time ago. I said, no, you did. I said, if you felt some kind of way, I said, you didn't have to come on these platforms. You didn't have to say anything. You should have just went on about your little business and went on about your day. But you came on these platforms, right? You came on here. I said, you showed proof. I got the proof. I said, so it's nothing you saying now to change anything because I have it. And when push comes to shove, I'm going to show it if I have to, which I already sent information to his attorney.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what you trying to get Robert's attention by doing this? That's just female stuff. I said the only thing you gaining out of this is you going in as a a stabber, and you going in as a damn snitch.
Right.
When you go to jail, you going in as a fucking snitch. That's the only thing you gain out of this situation.
Well, and then it ain't even so much a snitching if you're not being truthful, you know. And
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's called snitching still.
Right.
If you go and you flip on a person, change your mind on a person, lie on a person, and people don't like that. And like I said, you know,
I respect you though, Texas Black Diamond, because I remember I can respect someone for being fair. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I remember you being one of the biggest advocates for Don. But for you to say, I don't agree with what you're doing now and the way that you're going about handling this situation, all because you feel as though this man owe you something that he can't even give you if he wanted to, and you decide to go the route that you went, and like, you know, it takes a real person of character. You know, it takes a real person with morals, you know, to come out and say, you know what, I'm not just going to sit back and allow you to go and spread these rumors out that we know anytime it's a rumor dealing with Robert, that shit pick up like wind blowing fire. You know, now you got a whole wildfire out here trying to fight it, you know, but for you to have that relationship.
I think it, to be honest with you, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I think he's trying to do all this to try to show his partners this, and then this lawsuit situation. I don't know how he's doing now with the lawsuit. I don't know how it's going. Is it going in his favor or is it going into their favor? But like I told him, all you have to do was just be still. God said be still. And remember this. Every person that came out and tried to do harm to Robert Sylvester Kelly and bad mouth him, look what happened.
Right. You spoke.
Look at Landfair. She thought that golden shower situation, which he was forgiven years ago, about this over with, and she thought she was gonna come in, she was gonna make millions off it. So you're not getting. I told him you're not gonna. God is not pleased with this, and I told him you're wrong. You're effing wrong, and you know you're effing wrong. I said this is hearsay. This is retaliation, revenge, and I said, you think you're gonna get his attention like that?
Especially when you inserted yourself into certain, like you say, he did some things on his own reconnaissance, not that he was asked to do. You took it upon yourself to go to some measures with what you were doing, trying to help, and then when the things turn into what they turn to now is, well, Robert got to pay me back because, I got fucked up trying to help.
He was basically, everything was blamed. And I asked him, he was telling me about the information that's in records. I said, send them to me, let me see. You know how I roll. I got to have proof. I ain't got to send you shit. I said, because you telling a damn lie. I said, you pissed off right now. You pissed off because you got to go. You don't understand what I'm going through. You don't understand. They have to downgrade. I said, let me tell you something, buddy. I'm going to tell you this. I am one of the people that understand to become from riches to rags and have to downgrade. Help every fucking body. I said, I'm sick now. I'm going through a lot. I said, people owe me. I said, I have not called anybody. I have not retaliated against anyone. I am not having a temper tantrum because I know God got my back. And all you had to do was be still. You don't know what blessings you had. Because at the same time, people be like, you know, he stuck it out. You know, he hung in there. He did his time, and you never know what was going to be waiting for you when you got out. I said, but at the end of the day, the shit you doing, I said, what kind of deal? I said, you going to get a deal. I'm already sentenced. I can't get no deal. I said, okay. I said, let's make this make sense. I said, because the shit you claiming that you know now, you don't want to go to jail. You already told me that the people pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you, the feds trying to push you and push you and push you and push you to say something on Robert, and you have nothing to say. I don't have nothing. They got my phone. They can't find shit. I don't have nothing to say about this man. I ain't see this man do shit. So I'm just going to have to go to jail. I said, because at the same time, if this shit that you claim that you have now, you would have told the feds that then.
Mm-hmm. So whatever happened to one last question for I know you're going to be getting off of here in a minute. Because whatever happened to the information when he said, I got everything to free Robert, but I just got to put it in the right hands, and I think that was something that also made people, just go the other direction, because when you say something like that, people...
He gave the information. He gave it. It was given. Kenneth didn't have time to do it. A lot of things, you guys. He came in 2 weeks. He did what he could. When I was trying to tell everybody about Deronda Page jumped the gate, jumped the fence, and stuff like that, I told him way before, court started, before Deronda Page even, made her statement about it. So, we were giving him information as he was going to court. We was breaking things down. We like the text messages with Azriel Clary and her mother. People, you have to remember those text messages was there. Remember that the government fought to keep those text messages out and only allow a certain text message to be in there, and Ann Dunley agreed. Do y'all remember when Thomas and Cannick tried to bring the parents up? And I think it was Thomas said that Azriel opened the door for them to talk about the parents. So that came out, and so I just, like I was telling him, I said, Robert has gone through enough. That's when I screamed so loud that my ears was hurting, my throat was hurting, to the point that I just broke down and started crying. And I told him, I said, this man has gone through so much. And he said, what about me? I lost everything behind him. I said, no, you chose. I said, I didn't tell you to
and that's a critical thing that you just said. And it takes someone that's really, it takes a real friend to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need people around you that's gonna tell you shit or say shit to you that you want to hear. When it takes a real friend to tell somebody, you know what, Robert ain't the reason why you in this situation. You inserted yourself into this situation.
Yeah, I told him, because he went from blaming other people, and I have proof. He went from blaming other people to Robert at the last minute. I don't know. Like I said, I told him, I said, well, why you didn't reach out to Jennifer Bonjean? No, even Jennifer Bonjean speaks for him. She even said, I wasn't his manager, and I wasn't even his friend. I said, okay, well, if you're saying that she speaks for him, that's enough right there. Then you just say Jennifer Bonjean said you wasn't the manager, so show that to your damn colleagues and stuff. So why you upset? Like,
right, because you don't want to be announced. You don't want to be announced as the manager, but when you come out, everybody is addressing you and labeling you as the manager, when that's when you should have put a cease to that shit in the beginning. I'm not a manager. I'm a financial consultant, like in the video.
Well, he has said that from the beginning. Even when I talked to him, he said, I am. I said, who are you to him? He said they trying to say I'm his manager, and I'm not his manager. people even tried to say, "Well, you said it on the news." No, he didn't say it on the news. He said he wasn't. He told him he wasn't a manager. Like he told him, but he was a friend and a consultant or whatever the situation.
Or why he didn't try to get the $300,000 from suing these tabloids and these print media outlets who was, putting him in there as the manager, really making him a part of,
Well, I told him this. I said, let me tell you something. I said, this how the streets do shit. And I said, because I always just keep it real. I keep it real. I was like, okay, did you say you had stuff for Robert? I said, I said, I know you can't do nothing with the masters and stuff. I said, why you didn't get with Keith? Said, Keith, hey, I got X, Y, and Z. Let Robert know that I'm gonna do this with it so I can get some kind of fun and show them give Keith a receipt so he can pass that receipt to Robert. And I'm pretty sure Robert will be like, okay, how did we become friends? We didn't become friends. We became people that was communicating with each other. He was telling me of his situations. I prayed for him, prayed for his mom, and stuff like that. So as far as friends, I call him my buddy, and I told him he was like a brother. I was like, that's when I cried down. I cried. I said, he was like a brother to me. I was like a brother to me. I said, it hurts me because to see Black people do each other like this, stab each other in the back. I said, it's sad. I said, it's just like people, gangsters, or people fighting for turf that's not even theirs, and they shooting each other, shooting them down. And at the same time, I'm not upset at all, period, about my involvement with Darnell Russell, because if I wasn't involved with him, I wouldn't have information.
Mm-hmm. And you did the right thing in the end.
If this shit that he's talking about becomes something, I have what I need. So I'm not upset. I'm not mad, because sometimes God puts you in a place where you need to be at the right time, right place at the right time.
Right. I tell people that all the time, man. That's something that I understand. It ain't always, you don't always have to come out and expose somebody and this, that, and the third. You let a person talk and let them keep talking, let them keep telling, let them keep saying, until they realize that they done told you 5, 6, 7, 8 different things, and say, well, you know what? They gonna confess to you and say, you know what? Well, I've been lying the whole time, or I made this up, or I made that up.
Even with Cash Jones, and that's what's frustrating. I'm like, y'all always talking about these.
Really quick.
Hold on, just a second.
Miss Texas Black Diamond, let me interject really, really quick. Just real fast. I just want to say something real fast. So I want to thank you for coming on and talking to us. This is really nice. But to my chat, y'all, can we get the likes up? Can we get the donations up? We come on, we give y'all a good show every night. So yeah, hit the Cash App.
I'm not naive at all, baby. Believe that. I'm nowhere naive and I'm nowhere dumb. Just because I don't come on here and explain and tell everything on YouTube, like I said, everything is not for YouTube. I'm never naive. But the one thing about it for me,
wait, hold on.
I'm not the type of person that's gonna be jumping down people's throats. But when I see things, I'm gonna call it out. You don't know what I'm calling out behind the scenes, because it's not everybody's business.
Right.
It's Robert's counselor's business. Everything you let people know what has happened. Every time we came out here and put stuff out there, what has happened. The government is watching.
Right. And like I say, I respect. Because you came on and spoke, and you
whatever. I can give 2 care with a screen name. says.
Now we gonna keep going. I know you probably ain't got nothing but a few more seconds on or whatever. But like I say, for you to put no, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna keep it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna stay calm. I'm on
What just happened?
Okay, but at the end of the day, I have what I need, and at the end of the day, if I wouldn't have been involved, and if this man, because nobody else wasn't involved with him, if this man if Don's saying all this stuff now and playing all this stuff now, and people take it and then they use it and do other things with it to make it worse for Robert, and nobody has anything to debunk it, then what? Okay?
Right.
So I don't care what people say, because everybody has an opinion. Your opinion is your opinion.
Right.
If you don't know me.
But the biggest thing is this, Texas Black Diamond, you said. The biggest thing is this, Texas Black Diamond, you said. You said you didn't agree. You said you don't agree with the actions that he's taking now, and you feel as though he's doing this out of retaliation, correct?
He's doing it's everything that he said is false, fake, retaliation, is hearsay, made up, and stuff like that. It's made up because he wants, he's trying to get some attention, and I also think that he's doing this because of that lawsuit. So if I'm telling on him or interrupting what he was trying to do, he did it the wrong way. Because I think that he's trying to let these people know I don't have a dime, I don't have shit, I'm downgrading and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So these people can leave him alone in this lawsuit. And then he's trying to get mad at, it's people he could have reached out to. And I told him, how people not telling you this to get you upset and say,
right.
Well, Robert don't want to deal with you. I told Robert, but he didn't respond. Like, how
And like you say, he might can't respond. You said that.
People can lie to you. I doubt if people telling him what you saying because they don't deal with you. They don't like you. So I doubt if they care about you and your family right now.
Right. And they saying that him and Robert can't be in contact with each other, then, that's another thing, So, it's a situation, like you say, where a lot of people inserted themselves, and they probably didn't think it would go as far as it went, but it went that far. And now everybody is going to be held accountable for what they did. If it was wrong or if it was right, then you don't have nothing to worry about. But if it was something that wasn't right, then you have to be held accountable for that action. And I believe in accountability strongly. Accountability.
Like I always said, I'm gonna call a person out when they're wrong, and I'm gonna point out the lies from the truth. That's what I'm gonna do.
And that's what it's all about.
And so, like I told Don, I said, what you thought, like, hey, you involved with Robert, and then you had this Individual deal and stuff like that. I can talk more about that, but I'm not. You had this deal, and you felt like, you trying to earn his trust. Hey, I'm investing. These niggas ain't putting no money in nothing. All they doing is drinking and eating up food and being around the girls and partying with you backstage pass, but let me put some money in, and then we try to do something. But as a business, if you're a business, if you do business, and that's anybody that's a business person, you're going to want a certain percentage. Mm-hmm. And when I was working with Little Troy, I got my percentage. I got my I got a percentage. I never will sleep. I'm always awake. But I got my percentage. So there wasn't nothing to side-eye him about. And when you're a business person, you come in, you're going to always try to figure out a way to make money. But when you're trying to steal money, that's when I'm gonna look at you side eye. It's stuff that I see, I will call him and call him out on it, but I don't put it out in the public because Robert already has a lot of situations going on. It's a lot of stuff that information that I have, I didn't put out there in the public because what they gonna do, what they always do,
take it and take from it what they want, and
they switch everything, put it on Robert, everything Robert. Just like I was telling Don, I'm like, listen, you always, everybody's always blaming this man. I said, damn. I said, if you piss wrong, it's Robert's fault. If you do wrong, it's Robert's fault. If you cough wrong, it's Robert's fault. Like if you get broke, it's Robert's fault. If you didn't become successful, it's Robert's fault.
Right.
If you don't have a music career, it's Robert's fault. Martinez, it's Robert's fault because she can't afford a hamburger. Everything is this man's fault.
Everybody that ever came around him and they got awarded, they came to him and he showed them a different lifestyle. And once that lifestyle left, and then it's his fault that they can't afford it no more. And like, you understand, life is all about moments. You know, nothing is forever. You know, you make the best of the moments that you get. But if you want that moment to be your life, then you work for it.
Yeah, because I mean, and Jennifer Bunjean knows the deal. As long as Jennifer Bunjean knows the deal, Jennifer Bunjean knows the information. It is nothing, people can do to keep me from fighting for what I came here to fight for. And I had beliefs in a whole lot of people,
right?
All the way down to old dude, the other dude. And when he showed his colors, true colors, I bagged away. God told me to leave that alone. Okay, when I first came in, and when I see things, and I already told somebody I was reading stuff. I said, "Son, it's about to be a ticking time bomb, but I want to know what it is. Like it's 2 weeks before he go to jail, so I'm like, it's nothing he can do."
Right, it's probably down to 1 week now.
Yeah, it's 1 week now, but he has nothing on Robert. If he had it, he would have did it when he had time to negotiate. He would have did it, when he went to court. He would have tapped out then. I know he didn't do it to show Robert, hey, I'm down for you. I'm gonna go to jail for you. Nobody wants to go.
Nobody want to go to jail. Nah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So
well,
I just told him, go ahead and, time to be up for you, but Robert still will be fighting for his life. So I told him, God bless you and your family. I pray for him. I pray for his family. I constantly pray for Robert, and I feel sorry for Robert. And I've been saying this, and I even told Don, I said, when Robert gets out, he needs to leave everybody alone, get the fuck away. Everybody.
Right.
I told him that.
Right.
I said, get away from everybody because he just need a fresh new start, live off his royalties or whatever he got, and just live life and retire, write songs, go to another country, buy him an island, get the fuck away from everybody.
Yeah. I agree. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate you taking the time to call in. And like I say, man, this is foreign territory for yourself and myself because we ain't never had a conversation before. So, and just to give you that opportunity to come on and speak, I believe it was, transparent, and you didn't waver from you and Don, association, but like you said, at the end of the day, you came in this thing for Robert. And if you going against what's gonna, what was not in the best interest of Robert, then that's what we separate, right? So
yeah, I told, and I always said that when he was on my channel, I'm like, I'm gonna ride with you until I said if you do something fucked up, I'm gonna call you out. And he tell y'all, like, she always tell me that. I always tell him that, like, all the time. So I just, I pray for Robert and his team, Jennifer Bunjean. She's doing a great job. for his appeal and he get his rest. I pray that God, work on Robert as he's sitting there waiting on his appeal. I pray that God, Robert gets involved in every activity he can to speed up time there and stuff like that. So I just want to say thank you for letting me come in and speak. But at the same time, you guys, when you don't pour water on wild weeds, it will not grow. So the interview that Don Russell's doing, like I told Don, I'm going to continue to talk about these text messages and stuff. I am not going to worry about it because at the end of the day, God is who he is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you again. Like I say, I thank you for coming and putting that statement out there, that Don, everything that he's doing right now is all out of spite. He feels some type of way, and that's all understandable. But at the same time, accountability must be held. And when you do something, every action has a reaction, right? So depending on what your action was, it can either cost you something or bless you with something. So he got to deal with that part of it.
He's gonna have to deal with it like everybody else, and I'm gonna go. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna always be CBD. I'm not gonna change for anyone. I'm gonna always give a person a chance.
On April 28th, we got April 28th, we got a 24-hour live for the second time. Now, if you got something that you want to present, we got time slots available. That's open. We got time slots available.
I give stuff to the attorneys now,
and I'm not talking. And it ain't got to be about nothing like that, because the 24-hour live is pretty much changing the narrative. So if it's something that was said about Robert that different, or you found out that was different, because it's that narrative that everybody got in the beginning. And this 24-hour live is more so changing the narrative. I wasn't able to say the last one because of the way that I did it. It was 24 hours straight. But this one will be broke down more to where it's more so changing the narrative of things that these people said, as far as the underage girls not being able to, go out, not eat, using the bathroom in buckets, lying about the ages or whatever the situation may be. Because you just gave us a little bit of something that could be useful when saying that in 2018 or 19 that, Jane, the star witness, was the first time she spoke about her real age, because according to the
Lily know it too. Lily heard it too.
According to the transcripts, they say she told him in October of 2015, right? So there would be a lie, So, but I really appreciate it, and I'll be around my hours. I came on Thursday because I didn't come last night, and then I'm not gonna be able to come tomorrow. But next week we're gonna try to get on schedule with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Doing the lives or whatever. We just do open panel talk conversation. We not no legal people or whatever. We just give opinions about the things that we see and hear, or whatever the situation may be. And like I say, we're gonna continue to be respectful. And everybody that was in the chat, my apology if anybody said something that may have rubbed you the wrong way. I don't think nobody have bad intentions. People have conversations.
No, I'm not worried about it. Just want to know how I feel about when other people saying he was crooked. I mean, everybody, is entitled to their opinion. Everybody, because and I felt like everybody was a crook in his camp, and I felt a certain way about Will Edie. I'm just waiting to see what's going to be said and see if it's going to be brought up in his interview. But it's a lot of stuff that, like I said, I know. I just don't bring it out here because it's not for the public.
Right. Okay, well then.
It's just all about money. Everything that people hating, y'all need to see that everything that these people
all about the money.
Upset is about money and not getting a career from his name. But
that's it. That's the root of it. And when you say money is the root to all evil, and it's gonna continue to be. So, Miss Texas, go get you some rest. I appreciate you for coming.
I am. It hurts. It hurts, and I'm not afraid to say I'm hurt. You know, I'm a crybaby, so it hurts.
Don't cry too much now. Don't cry too much.
Continue to fight. Y'all continue to keep spreading the word, pointing the lies out from the truth. Put your facts out there. Facts are important because if you don't, it's gonna always come back to bite you.
Right, and that's what it's about. Yeah. And that's why I tell people I like to let people hear other folks. Let you hear their words. I'm not gonna say what was said. I'm gonna let you hear them say what they said, and you be the judge of what they said. That's it. You know.
So I'm in YouTube jail thanks to the Clarence, but I'm break anyway.
Well, they gonna be in real jail soon. So.
Y'all take care. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So words never hurt. Words don't hurt me. So, but y'all be blessed. Thank you for inviting me on, and enjoy your weekend.
You too. All right, y'all. That was Texas Black Diamond. Man, hey, look at here. I tell y'all this. Man, whew. There was a lot. I mean, the simple fact that like for her to speak and say, she say she feels as though everything that Don is saying on this recent interview that he did, she say she feel, it was a lot of bullshit and a lot of envious. He's doing it out of spite. He's mad, and we know how that shit go. But like she said something that I always say. At the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and she gave hers, and I appreciate that. I mean, I didn't ask for that. She offered it, and I respect it. We know, we feel how we feel, or we see things the way we see it. But these are the type of conversations you have to have, and mainly you got to let people talk in order to gain an understanding of what it is that they're trying to make out or whatever. So, genuine things going to continue to happen when you're a genuine person, and when you coming from a genuine standpoint, and you're not biased, or you're not, set to, you're not out here with an agenda, and I can understand certain aspects of some things that she was speaking, because sometimes you have to go in enemy territory to understand certain things. And that's just my opinion. But to the best chat on YouTube, to the best chat on the YouTube streets, man, I could not appreciate y'all more. I could not appreciate y'all more. I really love y'all. I really love seeing y'all in the chat. I really love seeing y'all active in the chat, coming. Man, I'm telling y'all, when I say this platform has done so much for me, just on the therapeutic level, like this is my therapy when I'm able to come on and speak and talk. And we had a panel. We had about 10 people on a panel today. Uncle Muse, we had Jeff, we had Lil Mac, Lex, Lavish, Classic. I mean, today was a good day on a Thursday at that. Like I say, anybody, if you would like to donate to the channel, man, the Cash App is at the bottom of the stream, $ Big Val Opinion. I know people was wanting to call in, but, I supposed to got off at 10. But, I allowed Texas Black Diamond to come on and speak and say what she had to say. And so Monday, Hopefully Monday I can get it back around to opening the phone lines and let people call in. Again, Kels was moved. He was shipped to another facility. Hopefully this facility treat him better. And I appreciate everything that people do, and we just gotta stay the course in this process and see how it goes from here. Now it's all about having patience and just allowing God to do His thing in this situation. And y'all already know how we do it, man. I know it's a Thursday night and it's 11 o'clock, but we gonna do a little something like this. I want to do. Let me see. Let me see where I want to go with this before we get up out of here. We finna get ready to get up out of here, y'all. My brother Lex, man, thank you for standing in strong with me, man. We finna get ready to pull the car over, fill this thing up with some petrol until next week.
I already know it, man. Check the tires. Check all the instruments in your car. Make sure you got some flashlight, batteries, and plenty of water. Don't leave home without it.
Don't leave home without it, man. And look here, man, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell my people in the chat something. I'm three subscribers away. No, matter of fact, I'm 8 subs away from having 1,900 subs. I'm 8 subs away from having 1,900. Can I get 8? I mean, go tell your auntie, your uncle, the one that don't know how to work his phone that good, but he got a smartphone. Go put YouTube on his phone, and subscribe to Big Vibe channel. Go and help your auntie, your mama, anybody. Go. I mean, just go tell your little cousin something on the tablet, whatever, on the TV. Sub to me on the microwave, the refrigerator. Sub to Big Vibe, wherever you got an internet device. We trying to get this channel. We trying to get to 2,000, man. We need to be at 2,000 subscribers by. I want to put a goal up to hit 2K subs by June 1st. That's a goal I want to hit. That's a goal for myself. I want to be at 2K subs by June 1st. And this is all out the mud, all organic, all off the love, the vibe, the good feeling. And I know you all are the best chat in the world, and I know y'all can do it, man. Go tell a friend that Big Vibe is back. I'm here. I'm him. Let's get this channel up. Let's get it going. And shout out for all the likes, man. The likes, we have to make sure the likes is our best friend. Because when we get this channel up to 100 likes every time we come on, it put the video out there. It recommends the video. It gains new traction, gains new followers. New people get to see it. And guess what? The best thing about this platform is what? It's drama free. And it's, and we are welcoming. We are inviting for people. We create a place for people to be able to come and express themselves without being attacked, without feeling pressure. And that's what this platform does. It creates that space. It gives people that free range to speak, and at the same time, we all are entitled to our own opinion, but that's what it looks like when it comes to grown people. When grown-ups are having a conversation, you are able to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And that's what grown folks do. We don't always have to be on the same page, but as long as we have respect for each other, and that can take us far as we want to go. I respect you, you respect me, you feel how you feel, I feel how I feel, and we don't have to disrespect each other, and we don't have to agree with the point of views in the conversation. But as long as we have that respect for each other, this channel can continue to grow, and it can continue to stay positive, and it can remain positive because it's gonna remain positive, because I'm not gonna allow it if the Lord is willing to get out of hand. Because I understand that we don't need the drama to excel over here. We don't need the negativity to excel over here. And we know that controversy sells, true enough, but we're going to be the ones to set this tone and say, this is how it's going on over here on Big Vibe Opinion platform. So I appreciate everyone. So let's celebrate that day, June 1st. That's my birthday. Okay. Well, we're going to celebrate, but we got to get to 2K. We got to get to 2K subscribers, man. Right now, by June 1st, if we at 2K subscribers, Zoe, we will most definitely celebrate your 60th birthday. If we at 2K subscribers by June 1st, we most definitely will celebrate your 60th birthday. That's a milestone. And I know that we can do it over here because we had the people. We had the right people in the right place. Also, y'all know next Friday we got the 24-hour live coming next Friday. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all rested and battle tested, because we going into battle, 24 hours. And we going to make this thing happen. I'm depending on y'all to be there. I know y'all going to go to sleep, wake up, whatever y'all may do. But as long as I see y'all there, we're going to have a good time. We got special guests. Coming. And like I say, man, I'm gonna surprise y'all with some things. But and I'm gonna tell y'all how good this platform has been. This platform has been so good that people are gravitating to it, and we are doing things in such a respectful way that when people come and we see the comments say, I love this channel. I like it that there's no drama. I like to hear the panel talk and give different views and opinion. And this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about in this sector. All of us coming together, collectively putting our thoughts together to form one conclusion at the end of the day. And that conclusion is that R.Kelly was railroaded, and he's more so the victim and innocent than what the government portrayed him to be. So we're going to go out with this banger, like Kel say. How many of y'all, my question for y'all tonight, how many of y'all are willing to trade in y'all life?
Oh, son, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I want out. But it's hard. I need answers, Mama.
Robert.
I need answers.
Son.